here. It's big, and it's closer than you think. It's not a tournament. It's what you don't see on TV. The cash is real. The stakes are high. They bet big. They win big. They lose big. High stakes live action poker. Live at the Bike. Watch it live on the web or play it if you dare at the Bicycle Casino right here in Los Angeles.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Live at the Bike, brought to you by the Bicycle Casino in Los Angeles, California, the first and only webcast of real action cash game poker. My name is Bart Hansen, and my jittery friend's name is David Tuckman over here to the left, always moving. Tonight we're going to be doing a 10-20 no-limit hold'em game, and it's bluff night, Dave. So tell us a little bit about that.
Bluff night. Yes, something we started about a month ago, and the biggest bluff, not necessarily the most bluffs, not necessarily the biggest semi-bluff, but the biggest bluff, say Stone Cold or whatever, obviously we'll get a prize tonight.
Ah.
And last week's prize was Rolling Stones tickets. Tonight we're giving away a Ron Rose Star Aces book.
Right.
We're giving away dinner for two
To the
at a
Bicycle Club.
5-star restaurant in
Yeah.
Los Angeles.
Okay.
And we are also giving away an autographed basketball. And this autographed basketball is actually autographed by Phil Jackson,
Right.
Shaquille O'Neal, and Kobe Bryant.
Really?
It might be the last memorabilia ever autographed by Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant.
I
We're
missed
giving-
those two last autographs, but if that's on the ball, that's great.
And fabulous.
All right, well, without further ado, let's get to the action.
Yeah. Drink Pepsi. There you go.
We're going to go around and introduce the table.
Let's do it. I am so psyched tonight.
So,
Well, in seat one, we have got, there's Henry. That's West Hollywood Henry, wearing the Boston Red Sox hat there. There's seat two. We've got Mike, Corporation Mike, or
yeah.
Cooperation Mike.
It's
however you
good to
wanna
have
say it.
him in the game early on, Dave.
Yeah,
Usually
well,
we can't get him.
I mentioned to him last night, and he said, I will get here early. I said, rocking. There you go. Seat three, we've got Hollywood Russ. There's Russ. We saw him a couple nights ago. He was just getting killed.
Last
huh?
night, actually. Yeah.
And he's talking to a pretty little girl behind him named Dina. Seat four, I think we're going to get Brian Campbell in the game. Or actually, we're going to get, we're going to get Tony in the game, actually.
Okay.
Seat four, he's not there yet. Seat five, we've got everyone's favorite, Jesus. There he is.
Always in seat 5.
And seat six, we've got Joe.
Action Joe win.
Action Joe.
Got a lot of chips in front of him.
Seat 7, we've got Barry, Don't Call Me Greenstein Woods. There he is. Seat 8, we've got Amir. Amir's pretty solid, pretty tight, though, huh?
Yeah.
Almost a little passive, even. Seat 9, we've got Mo. And Mo is a lot of action in a smaller game, but in this game he tightens up, doesn't he?
He does. So we got Corporation Mike and Jesus and Action Joe in the game.
Yeah. And I hear that we might be getting Dimitri Yazbak in the game, and Dimitri is just pure action.
Ah.
He is just action in a bottle.
So we are going to start the night after this hand. The brown chips are $10 chips, those brownish red chips. The white chips are $100 chips. If you see some yellows, they're $5 chips, and little blue chips are $1 tokes. Green chips are $1,000 chips, and if you see a big purple, it's a $5,000 chip. Now, a stack of chips is 20 chips. So a stack of $10 chips is $200. A stack of whites is 1,000. And a rack of chips is 100 chips. It's 5 stacks.
Well, stack actually of 100 is actually 2,000, right?
Stack of white chips is 2,000.
Yeah, 2,000, right.
Yeah. Absolutely. So you can see that Joe has at least two stacks of white there in seat 6 in the rack.
Yeah, he's probably got close to $5,000 in front of him. Well, this is a pretty deep game.
Absolutely.
We know that. It's no limit hold'em at its best. No limit hold'em with 10-20 blinds, unrestricted buy-in. No limit hold'em the way it should be. Unrestricted. Pure no limit.
We're going to get into the first hand of the night here. Looks like seat number 6. That's actually Joe. We have it as Dimitri, but it's Joe. He's got top pair, and it looks like it got checked around.
Wow.
Uh-oh, and 2 people have flushes.
Uh-oh.
Corporation Mike and West Hollywood Henry. Oh, boy, what a way to start the night. Mike bets here. Looks like $250. And here we go. Seat 1's going to check raise here. Dave.
Good. I was gonna say, I hope he does not smooth call this.
He's going to make it 500 more. And look at this. Corporation Mike comes right back over the top with the lower flush. Well, now, you know, Joe Wynn, he's got to know he's no good here with king, queen clubs.
Yeah, I think he knows that. But he's a gambler. He hates throwaway hand, but he does it, I think.
And yeah. And Dave, we would be approaching, I think we're going to approaching a $3,000 pot.
He shows Jesus the hand. Jesus is like, what are you doing?
And look at this. Henry moves all in over the top for another, at least another 1,200. And Mike quickly calls, and he is drawing dead. And the river is an ace, and Corporation Mike takes a big hit right off the bat.
Wow.
Scored a $5,000 pot right off the bat.
Man,
Right
it looks
off
like,
the
I
bat.
want to say West Hollywood there. West Hollywood Henry there's got another 8, maybe another 2,000 in front of him on top.
Is it 2,000 more?
Yeah, because he had 9 whites and say
Yeah.
6 stacks there. I mean, he's almost 15, 1,600, somewhere in that range.
Wow. Well, remember, Mike had raised on the turn. It was 1995. Actually, it's not including Mike's raise on the turn because I think he basically just pushed all in.
Okay.
But it's at least over 5,000.
Oh, yeah, we're talking
way over 5,000.
somewhere between $5,000 and $6,000 pot this is.
And Corporation Mike loses over 2,000 on the hand.
Yeah, WeHo Henry takes it in. Wow.
You get check raised there with spades. 3 spades on the turn, Dave, and you're looking at the deuce 4 spades. I guess Mike thought that there's just no way I'm going to get away from a smaller flush.
Well, you know what? When he re-raised Henry there,
Yeah.
and then Henry went all in.
There was just so much money
There was just so much money in the pot. I think
Yeah.
he looked at it and said, "Well, now I'm committed."
Yeah.
He kind of knew once he, when the guy went all in, he kind of knew. He shook his head like, "Oh yeah."
And West Hollywood Henry just sold Mike $2,000.
That's almost painful. Some guy wins your chips from you, and then you got to buy him back from him.
So Dina is behind Hollywood Russ.
And she's a cutie. Now, is there a relationship between Dina and Hollywood there?
I don't know.
I mean, if she's just eye candy, why is she sitting behind Russ? She should be in here.
Absolutely.
On my
Time
lap.
out. Looks like Jesus is going to raise here.
50 more. Great lines.
So we got I think it was a $50 raise, and it's $150 total in the pot.
Well, Amir's got top pair.
Yeah.
I think he checked it up front, didn't he?
Looks like it. And it gets checked around. The turn is a 6. Corporation Mike has a pair, and now Amir's going to bet.
100.
He bets 100. Mike quickly calls. Wow.
Yeah, Corporation is prone to tilting.
$350 pot. And look at that. The river's a 10, giving Corporation Mike 2 pair. And Amir bets here 90 into a $350 pot. So the pot's now 440, and Mike's going to raise, it looks like. Makes it 300 straight.
So about a $210 raise.
Yep. And Amir quickly calls.
Wow.
9-10 is good. Just like that, Mike gets some of it back, a little bit. Not nearly the amount that he lost before. And they hand to Henry there in seat 1.
I wanted to just express my condolences to you about the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh, rocking and rolling. Dimitri is in the house.
Dimitri's coming into seat 4.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, when I tell you action,
Yeah.
he is pure action.
On the street, you gotta count it to see how much money you want.
This is going to be quite the night.
Raise.
Because
Got a raise here.
did I post? You find it?
Yes, have to post. Wait.
I have 20.
$80 raise here.
Nobody knows.
Button is in seat 7, by the way.
Jack 8 of diamonds for Hollywood Russ. He raises an early position.
When he raised,
Wow.
And it looks like Amir's going to come over the top of pocket 9s in the small blind.
I was curious to see how a player like Amir's pretty tight, solid, passive. how he's going to play in a game like this.
Now, did Amir come over the top
No,
here?
he just called.
Just called.
And that's the problem with just calling with nines. Now it's impossible to call, really.
1200.
That's a $120 bet here by Russ.
Look to the left of Amir there. Baby got back, huh? Jeez, nice shot there. Yeah. Nice shot by our cameraman there.
And Amir, it
300.
looks like he's check raced to 300. And Russ doesn't even know it.
Wow.
300.
He's too involved with the cocktail waitress and
Nice play by Amir.
the check race.
Came here with 1,000, make it 7.
Russ had a very bad night last night in the 3-5 game.
Well, I mean,
I didn't hear it. I didn't know that. Yeah, kill the game.
check raising is always better than check calling, huh?
Check raising the minimum. $150 bet and he makes it 300.
That either screams weakness or it screams a lot of strength.
And Russ gets away from it.
No, no.
I have 3-5.
Man, Jesus is saying I threw away the best hand because I had King 5.
We're off to a good start here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
If you want to follow us on a live thread, you can check it out at 2plus2.com spelled out. Go to forums, go to World Poker Tour and other tournaments, other televised tournaments, and check out the official Live at the Bike thread for October 7th.
You can also email us, liveatthebike.com.
Yeah, we do read them.
You can live from the Asian massage parlor down the street. I don't know.
No.
Looks like Barry Woods is going to join the party here. Actually, he's going to raise. Makes it 80. He's got Jack 9 of diamonds. Now, Mo is going to call. He was in the small blind, King Queen offsuit. It's a treble hand. And look at that. Seat number 2. He's called with pocket 5s, Corporation Mike. We got 4-way action. All clubs, and Joe Wynn in seat 6 has flopped the nut flush.
That's it?
It's a $360 pot. Thing is, no one has an ace here. And Joe's going to bet right into Barry.
50.
He bets 50, Dave. 50 into a $360 pot.
Well, that either screams like a lot of strength
Uh-oh,
or
and
it's fear.
Mo looks like he's going to check raise with King, Queen. Yeah, he's going to check raise here with the second nut, and Mo is drawing dead.
I was going to say it's either really, really weak or it's a lot of strength.
It's 110 more. And it looks like Joe just smooth calls, and Mo is in a world of hurt here.
Well, Joe's got position on him, so.
Yeah. Turns a deuce. Mo checks. Joe bets 100.
100.
And now you got to think, why is this guy pricing me into the pot, Dave?
Right.
You know,
But Mo's fallen into the trap
Mo
here.
quickly calls. Let's see if a club comes here on the river. No, it's a jack. And did Joe just check it down there?
Joe checked it down.
How do you check it down with the nuts? I think he said it was a courtesy to Mo. He's going to check it down.
That's
Doesn't make
crap.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. That's
Courtesy, my
that's
ass.
Crazy.
That's ridiculous.
I don't get that at all.
No, I don't like that.
Checking the nuts.
I've seen Joe do that. I've seen Joe do that at limit games. He's done that to me sometimes, and he thinks it's out of respect in the sense of, oh, I don't want to, you're my friend. I don't want to milk you for every dollar. But you got to play. You got to play the game the way it's meant to
Well,
play.
I mean, in that case, nothing would have happened, obviously.
Of course not. But I just don't think it's good for the game if you're soft playing against buddies, against some of your, against a friend.
I bought the button. I spent $30 to try it.
Fly status.
The other thing too, though, is I mean, if Mo check raises you on the flop, and then you bet a little bit on the turn, I would have liked to have seen Joe bet big on the turn. Why price the guy in? I just think it smells funny. If you bet, maybe you represent that you flopped a low flush, and if a club comes on the river,
Right.
well, then you really got him.
Well, the problem is when Mo check raised, he then checked right away on the turn. It's like,
Yeah.
I guess either way. I mean, it's tough when you've got the nuts and somebody else is drawing dead.
Heads up here between Corporation Mike and Henry in seat 1. Check, check. Henry's got pocket 8s, and now he's going to bet when an ace comes here.
80.
I mean, granted, if Mo also had a flush there, maybe we'd have some more fireworks.
No, this one I'm gonna pay. No, if they want it. I know, they made it first. But second,
So we are looking for the best bluff of the night.
guys, you wanna
tonight.
drink any
I think that maybe that was Mo's attempt there, the first bluff of the night. Didn't work, obviously. West Hollywood Henry, now he's the type of player, he'll play solid for like 4 hours and 45 minutes. In the last 10 minutes of his session, he'll make one mistake and lose his entire stack.
Not for you.
I've seen that time and time again with him.
Okay, I'll wait. Not for the girls, for the waitress getting the drink.
It's not confirmed, but I'm pretty sure that West Hollywood Henry actually used to be dating Gore.
I'm not in a hurry. Are you? How you doing? How are you? Thank you, Mo. You're welcome.
Why did I know you do that, Mo?
I take 2 bottles of champagne. Don't give any.
And Mike makes it $100 out of the small blind with 9-10 of hearts.
Bottle of Cazadores.
And Barry's going to call with the ace-6 offsuit.
Yep.
Expensive.
Wow.
80 more.
And Henry's going to get rid of his queen-5 of diamonds, I think. It's going to be heads up here.
No, I'm giving Barry the button.
Oh, Barry with those weak aces. Sometimes he gets involved here, Dave.
What's going on behind that door?
Nice flop for Mike. He's got a flush draw with overcards.
Sleeping room.
And he bets.
Bedroom.
$320.
You get 230 there, is that it? Maybe I want the action.
320.
And I believe Mike is in position here.
No, Mike's in the small
Oh,
blind.
small blind.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So he comes out and he fires.
He raised it up to $100 in the small blind with 9-10 of hearts. And then, hey, he got a flop like that. Why not?
You know, Corporation Mike is not the type of player that I'm going to make a move against, Dave. Because if I'm going to make a move with nothing against him, I mean, he's the type of guy that might call with second pair, top pair, weak kicker, and he's willing to commit all his chips. We've seen him commit like $5,000 of pocket jacks pre-flop in a cash game.
Yeah.
I mean, things like that. I played him one time, and pretty much put him all in pre-flop in a 5-handed game for about $1,400. I had kings, and he called me with ace-king suited. $1,400 pre-flop. And guess who won?
You won?
No.
Oh. Yeah, Corporation, he is a gambler. You know, he's here to gamble. He makes a good living on the side. He's not here to make money, I mean, although he might make money playing it. But he's here to gamble.
And this time he's got pocket jacks on the button. Pretty good hand. Jesus has limped in here with 5-7 of diamonds.
And there might be another confrontation between Barry and Corporation because he's got ace-jack of diamonds.
Yep, and Barry raises it up here. He makes it 80 to go. Got a call there by Amir with pocket sixes. And look at this, Mike jams it up. 330 more. Or 330
$250 raise, huh?
Yep.
Whoever got these more.
And you know, look at this. Barry instantly calls. I like the way that Mike plays his good hands as well, Dave, because
Yeah.
Barry thinks that he's always coming over the top of him with garbage. Not necessarily
Mike's
the
got
case.
one gear.
Yeah.
You know?
And Barry calls. Well, Barry's got one overcard. And the flop comes 7-6-3, couple spades. Look at this. Barry's going to bet right into Mike.
Kind of a small bet, though.
$340, about half the size of the pot.
It's an interesting bet, though.
Oh, and look at this. Mike just smooth calls. See the turn. Turn is a 9. Dave, the pot's about $1,400 now. And Barry bets 600 here. And
it's-
Mike quickly calls.
I mean, I sometimes like to bet into somebody when I have a big hand. Barry's betting right into him with nothing.
Oh, and the ace falls off on the river. $2,600 pot. And let's see how much he bets now.
Don't worry.
Looks like, what was the bet here? $600, and Corporation Mike quickly calls. And Mike throws the cards at Barry. Throws them over at him.
600.
Wow.
And we were going to say that's the biggest bluffing that's gone on tonight until Barry, backed into the best hand at the end.
If I could have got away donating my money to me, obviously I'm going to take it.
throws those cards over to
And we're talking about, that was what, $1,200, $2,400, about almost a $4,000 pot total.
$3,400.
Yeah.
I think it was actually $600 bet. Yeah, $3,600. The surprise that Barry didn't bet a little more on the river. Maybe he didn't. He just never
Well, the
knew
spade
his hand was
came.
good.
I think that might have slowed him down a little bit.
Spade though, I don't think that it completed any three flush.
No, there were two spades on the flop.
Oh,
Spade,
okay.
spade with a heart. The turn came into the heart, so it's two spades, two hearts, and the river came to ace of
Okay.
spades. I'm just suspecting maybe that slowed him down a little
Yeah.
bit.
Slow play jacks, you lose, Mike. Come on. You know that. You've been playing poker longer than me.
So that's a great hand. We're seeing some big hands already, Dave. It's going to be a good night with these characters. And you know Barry Woods and Corporation Mike are going to be going head-to-head all night. Then you've got Jesus, Action Joe mixed in, as well as Amir in seat 4. Incredible. Excuse me, Dimitri. I'm sorry. Dimitri.
It's hard to keep up with these names.
Yeah.
It's an eclectic group, you know? Once again, we are live here. So, oftentimes, obviously, we're seeing it like you're seeing it. Obviously, we're going to make mistakes once in a while.
And Dimitri's going to raise here out of the small blind. He's got
He's got ace king. I mean,
Makes it 120 to go. And Mo calls him with Queen Jack. Boy, Mo looks like he is kind of short here, Dave. Doesn't look like he has a lot of chips.
well, he is pretty short.
He only has $480. And Dimitri hits top pair here. He's going to bet 300. Mo quickly mucks. I'm surprised that Mo called that, raise. Maybe he's playing the player. Maybe he thinks Dimitri would do that with any cards.
Yeah, I think he wants to gamble. Sometimes we've seen Mo do this sometimes, where he has his first buy-in is kind of a short buy-in.
Yeah.
And he'll gamble it up with his first buy-in and see if he can really, he'll buy in for 1,000. And he'll see if he can turn that 1,000 into 6,000. And if he doesn't, well, then he'll buy in for 3,000 the next time and kind of play it straight.
I already ordered when you told everybody. Oh, okay. Welcome to being the host, Mom.
Small blind.
What? Welcome to being the host. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, please. Keep him busy.
And we got Joe Wynn in the blind. And Barry Limson looks like a King Jack. Oh, Dave, we've got a lot of high Broadway cards here. Hollywood Russ has got ace queen. He's going to raise from the cutoff. Makes it 100 to go.
Give me.
On the button, Dimitri's
Look at
got
those
pocket
look at those
sixes.
cards.
Yeah.
Ace king, ace jack. You gotta love Dimitri's hand, don't you? Here.
I think he's trying to figure out what he wants to do here with the sixes on the button. Is he going to re-raise or just call? He's going to make it 300 to go, it looks like, Dave.
300.
So he's re-raised Russ. Jesus has got ace jack and he lets it go. It's a different form of Jesus.
Wow.
Now, Joe Wynn's got ace king. A raise and re-raise and you're out of position. Ace king off suit, no limit.
Now this is the type of thing there's not a chance Joe lays this down. Yeah, I was gonna say Joe just
Yeah.
likes to gamble too much.
Well, we know 2 of the aces are dead and 2 of the kings are dead. Actually, 3 of the aces are dead.
Yeah, Joe is drawing really slim.
Yeah, he needs to catch that case ace or 2 of the remaining kings.
Barry correctly throws away king jack off suit.
Now, if he does catch the case ace, he could win a lot of money against Hollywood Russ here.
Well, no, Russ is gonna throw it away, isn't he? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that's a good laydown also. When you get a big bet, a big raise, and a call, ace queen off suit looks really bad.
So we're heads up here. Ace king against pocket sixes, about $700 pot. And Jesus would have had the best hand.
Yep.
Jack, 5 deuce. Dimitri bets 300.
That's kind of a small bet.
Sometimes I see Joe get tricky here. He just calls. Wow, he's going to check call. The pot is now ballooned to $1,300. The turn is a deuce.
That's a great card.
Wow, Dimitri checks behind him. And the river is a king.
Oh wow.
Unbelievable.
I mean, we're talking he had like 2 outs maybe. I mean, there maybe
Oh.
there's 1 king and 1 ace left.
That's unbelievable. And Joe's going to bet now.
Nice little value bet here.
He bets 500. Actually, Dimitri's not going to pay him off.
I think Dimitri thought he was beat when the jack hit.
I guess so. I mean, he really missed a bet there on the turn.
Yeah.
Well, you got to figure. I mean, Joe, like you said, he likes to gamble. I mean, it's almost like he's playing limit hold'em. Can I put a guy in ace king? If I put a bet in there, granted it was only half the size of the pot, and he calls. Maybe he just thought he had the best hand.
Yeah, the problem is with Dimitri's play there also is to raise it up really big with pocket sixes and then not play it hard.
Yeah.
You know what? You're only going to play it hard if you hit a set.
Yeah. That's not a bad flop. I mean, you got one overcard there.
Right, exactly.
Now the turn pairs the deuce. So you're still staring only at one overcard.
And Joe takes in more money. That's a pretty big pot there.
Yeah. Over 1,500. Actually,
Yeah.
about two. Well, it actually didn't get paid off at the end.
So about $1,500.
Yeah, 1,500.
Not bad at all.
See if Dimitri goes on a little bit of tilt here. He's going to raise it up to 100. He's got Queen 10 of hearts. Well, I guess we've seen the kinder, gentler Jesus, laying down that ace jack pre-flop.
Jesus might be the tightest guy at this table.
We're getting word that Jesus took 7th place in that Mexican poker tournament.
Rock on. Wow. 7th place.
Are you trying to impress him?
Look at this. It looks like
Mike is re-raising for like
Yeah.
800, I think.
800.
Wow. Wow, it was an $80 bet, or $100, actually a $100 raise by Dimitri, you
Yep.
see. And then Mike just said, forget it, I'm taking the pot down right now.
Is Mike in one of the blinds, or did he pull the limp re-raise?
He is in one of the blinds. The button is in seat 9.
And look at this. Dimitri's going to put it all in there.
Wow, with Queen 10.
Wow. How much extra is that? It was an $800 re-raise with sixes. And I think Mike called.
Mike has to call. He's in there for 800 already.
So we're talking about like a $2,000 pot here. Queen 10 against 6 is a race. And
Well-
Dimitri has a lot of outs here. He's got over cards and a flush draw.
got
King
15
5-4.
Queen.
Turn is an ace.
Now he's got more outs, any jack.
Jack, heart, queen. There's the heart. And Mike was slow, and Dimitri actually didn't show him his cards until the river came. And boy, have we seen Corporation Mike on tilt recently? I mean, sometimes he plays like he's on he's always on tilt, but
I mean, let's be honest though. Mike moved in for $800, just trying to take the pot down. Dimitri had no business calling that.
no.
Or moving all in. With Queen 10 of hearts?
But it's just another thing to get Corporation, Mike angry.
Oh,
Obviously,
yeah. And we're
sixes.
talking, that was about a $2,400 pot. $800 raise plus another $400, so $1,200 for each player.
Yeah.
I give her 5 ducks.
And that's the kind of gambling that we will see all night.
Okay, no more drinks for the girls, too.
I mean, is this the kind of game you want to play in? Where a guy is unafraid to throw $1,200 in the pot with Queen 10 suited? Man,
Sorry, mate. I saw you got a bet there, man.
it's not for the, not for the faint-hearted, huh?
All right, you guys just keep playing bad, then you'll win money.
Long run, Mike. Think in the long run.
And that's Sean, our big winner last night.
Yeah, the big bluffer. Boy, we'd really love to get him in this game.
I think he's on the board.
Jesus is going to raise here to 8. He's got King 10 of
Mo was
spades.
trying to sell him his seat.
And seat 7, seat 8, and seat 9 all call.
I was expecting only one.
Mo's got a King Queen offsuit. Amir's got Queen 9. Barrett's got Deuce 5 of diamonds. And the flop comes King high with clubs, but Mo has Jesus out-kicked. We know how Jesus loves top pair. And Mo immediately bets 250. Looks like Jesus is called here.
Just keep having money.
Barry mucks. Amir's going to muck.
And Mo's in very good shape here.
And I think Mo actually might be all in here, Dave, if I'm not wrong. He might have a couple chips left there. Turns of 4.
Are you showing off?
Yeah, Mo is all in.
Pot's about, what, $700?
The river's a 7. Yep, King Queen is good.
Yeah, the queen get it. Chop, chop.
No.
No chop, Jesus.
Yeah.
No chop.
He thinks it's chop, but no.
Wow, I'm up King Jack. I'm up King Jack.
Not bad. You're hoping she doesn't understand. Come on, dance. The other night you were dancing.
Yeah, if I
keep the camera, I'm going to walk it up.
Mo, you want a hand?
I want to have. All right. This one. Yes. 1,000. I said 1,000.
Take a lot, please.
So, you know, and we got pocket kings here for, it looks
Amir.
like. Yeah, Amir in seat 8. Pocket 9s for West Hollywood Henry in seat 1. These types of hands always excite me, Dave, because I said some of the toughest decisions are made with mid-pocket pairs to a ragged board.
What gets you more excited? Is it the pocket 9s or is it the West Hollywood part?
140.
Now, Barry has raised to 140 with ace-4. Now Amir's looking down at kings.
850, right?
What is he going to do? He just smooth calls with the kings.
Wow.
Henry is in there with 9s. I think Jesus came in with ace-6.
And we've got a
$700 pot. 140 times, 140
560.
times 4. 560, yeah.
That's a 300 more.
You ever notice that sometimes your
Wait a
math
minute.
is really
Did
on?
Jesus re-raise to 300 here?
He's my friend. I don't want him to go. Come on, don't go. Not good. It's been a rough start.
How much more?
And look at this. Henry is just called. He's staring at a raise and a re-raise, and he's just called with kings.
He just called again?
Yeah, he just called again. He's got kings.
Well, Barry did fold.
And Henry is called. So we're looking at like 12 or 1,300 in the pot. Amir never... I think Jesus might be all in. I think Jesus might be all in.
Well, we'll try to get word from the floor and see
Yeah.
if he is.
Jack 7-4 here.
Amir's still good, and he's going to move all in.
He's going to bet.
He moves all in there, and he's
Yeah.
got to dodge an ace now. Jesus is all in.
Yep.
Ace,
I know I have him.
So ace-6 against kings.
ace,
Turn is a 7.
ace.
And the river's a deuce, and Amir takes it all.
Amir holds up there. About a $1,400 pot total?
Yeah.
There you go. And I'll tell you, you know those poker blue girls we get on Wednesday nights? They can't hold a candle to these girls.
I knew I had you.
That girl behind seat 8, behind Amir, actually clapped after Amir won the pot. Look at that. And Amir takes down a big pot with pocket kings. I'm really surprised after Jesus re-raises all into $300. Why wouldn't you re-raise it? Man. And I guess he wants to leave Henry in there and try to trap Henry. Had the board come out ragged, he might have. Button is in seat 8. I think there's a live straddle here. Straddle is actually double the size of the blind. It's a third blind bet. So in this case, it's $40. And for doing that, you actually get to act last on the first round. Pre-flop goes.
So three-way action.
I'm not going to bark. Lay in the corner.
Queen, 3, deuce, couple of hearts.
Didn't really hit anyone here. And they bang that table hard.
Give me a jack.
Turn is a deuce.
King Jack's still the best hand here. But Henry's going to bet, and he's going to take it down.
Yep.
Hey, what kind of big shit is that?
Not bang the table, it screws up the microphone.
Oh, really? You make David go deaf.
The microphone's right over there.
Yeah, and Corporation Mike's having the kind of night where if we tell him not to bang the microphones, he might bang them harder.
Thank you.
Oh, the boot. Oh, now I've got it.
So this button moves over to Mo. Haven't heard a lot from Jesus yet, Dave. Seems like I said, he's the kinder, gentler Jesus.
Yeah, well, he just went broke on that one with the ace-6 of diamonds.
Yeah.
And he's rebought for another $1,000.
Likes to do those like minimum buys.
Yeah.
Mo's got pocket 8s on the button here.
We've seen time and time again, though, where he'll buy in for $1,000 and somehow get lucky and run it up to...
Now Barry has raised to 120 with ace-8 of clubs, and Mo's going to pop it up here. He's going to re-raise with pocket 8s on the button.
Now, did he move it all in?
880.
Looks like he might be all in for 800 there.
Oh, that's a big raise.
880 total. So it's it's 880 total for Barry to call
And
here.
now Barry is not Dimitri, and I don't think he's going to call it ace-8.
And he's called for time.
Get it in there.
He knows that Mo is capable of screwing around, but Ace-8 of clubs, that's not even a decent hand.
I see 660.
Seven.
Oh, that's his too. This is all his.
Well, if it's 880, it's what, 760 more, right?
Yeah, I mean, $760. You're only in there for 120. You've got a garbage hand, Ace-8 of clubs. Heads up. You know, there's really no decision here.
Free rate. 7 free rate.
Right on the 7th.
That's what I take to get here.
Well, this really isn't much of a decision here. I mean, unless these guys just are in it for pure gamble tonight.
This is a loose, bad call, but
Is he going to call, Dave? Well, he's got an over, and he's got clubs if he calls.
Don't give me that shit. 4, 7.
He
Are
makes
you
the
kidding?
call. He's going to make the call. These guys are giving money away here tonight.
Okay, you have the best hand?
Man.
You have the best hand?
Yeah.
I tell you, Friday night, forget bluff night. It's just become gamble night.
I think they might run it, Dave, multiple times here. I think they're going to run it 3 times, the cards 3 times. I think Mo thinks he's beat. Look at that. A set of 8s there. Club. Now it gives Barry a club draw, actually, but Mo is filled up. So Mo has got it with the full house there. 8s full of deuces.
You know, it's interesting. Had the hand just played out, I think all the money would have gone in anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, you did. I know, my flush looked good before you roll over the full house.
No, we're running it the whole board.
So Mo wins the first time they run it with a full house.
Now, why are they running this more than once?
I
mean,
don't
the
know.
pot is only $1,600.
I don't know.
I would guess that Barry's probably going to win one of these.
Barry's got a wheel draw now, and he makes the wheel on the river the second time.
Oh, that's a bad way to lose because now there's still a bunch of aces left, and aces not have come out of the deck yet.
He's got,
3 and a 4.
let's see here.
Are there any
Now,
aces in
He
there?
can catch a club now.
Club.
No, Mo's going to take 2/3 down.
You get it too, I get it.
Well, that's about what Mo should have taken down, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess
Mo's
like you
going to win
said,
that pot about
yeah.
65, 70% of the time, right?
Right. Just lowering the variance, I guess.
Exactly.
Funny thing, he would have won it full house over clubs, and that would have been a very, very interesting hand if both players. The flop there is
8-4 deuce.
8-4 deuce. So
Oh, the money's going in.
I mean, Barry would have had top pair, and then if he stuck around, like if Mo had still played the set, he would have picked up a club draw on the turn.
Yeah, he's not going
You know.
anywhere.
No, I got the second one.
Yeah.
Well, Barry's not going to get away from top pair there anyway against Mo.
I had the second one, you got the third.
If the guys are $5,000 deep,
Well, I'd like to say yeah, but I don't even know with Barry.
yeah,
We've seen Barry,
yeah.
call down with even under pairs.
They got extra 5.
Okay.
Don't be greedy, Persian.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
Next time, Mo.
And they ran it there 3 times, and obviously when the players are all in, they have the option in a big game like this game. They have the option to run it more than once. In this case, obviously, they ran it 3 times. And what happens is the pot is actually split up into 3 separate pots. And whoever wins the first one will get 1/3 of the pot and so forth. So it doesn't actually change your expected value. It just kind of reduces variance. And they used to do it a lot in the mid-'80s when it was all unrestricted, no-limit games, but there weren't huge crowds waiting to play in the games. So they would do it to make sure that the game was continued.
Yep.
So people wouldn't go broke. Live straddle from Dimitri there in seat 4. Once again, a live straddle is just a 3rd blind.
We got pocket kings again here.
And this time it's Barry.
Yep, he's going to make it 130. Now, Hollywood Russ has got an ace-jack of spades. And Corporation Mike with the 8-9 offsuit. Is he going to come?
I'm sorry?
Looks like he made the call.
Am I?
That's actually Dimitri in seat 4 with the 8-9
Oh,
offsuit.
excuse
We don't
me.
see Corporation's hand.
Yeah, we can't see Corporation Mike's cards. So we need to see C2's cards. He's got Jack 8 of clubs.
We got a $520 pot, huh?
And it's 10-7-3 with a couple spades. So Russ has overcards and a flush draw.
Yeah, and Dimitri's got the open-ended straight draw.
This could be a big hand.
Oh, yeah.
And Dimitri bets.
Oh,
He bets 1,000 into the $500 pot, Dave.
oh wow.
And look at this. Barry comes right over the top of him. He looks like he made it
Made it 2,000.
2,000.
And what do you do if you're Russ?
Well, are you almost priced in with odds?
Well, you got one caller, another caller. Now you got $3,000 in. You got to assume that Dimitri's going to call also. That's $4,000 in.
Wow, he's going to get away with it. That's a get away from it. That's a huge hand. And he only had 400 left, Dave.
No, are you kidding
that's
me?
what it looks like.
He's got to have a bigger chip under there.
He's
$400
got to make
left?
that call if he only has 400 left, right?
Of course you
That's
do.
a bad laydown.
Awful laydown.
And Dimitri's going to move all in over the top with the open-ended straight draw, and Barry calls.
We'll balance the rest later.
Dave, this is like a $6,000 or $7,000 pot here.
Right?
I just don't understand.
And how does Russ lay it down?
I don't understand the play.
Look at this. Barry's made a set of kings now, and the river is an ace. And Barry takes it down there.
Barry
with
takes
the
down,
set.
yeah. Barry takes down bigger than probably what, a $6,000 pot?
Yeah. I mean, you're talking about, like you said, what, 500 or so, 500 or so pre-flop. Now a guy bets and a guy raises. You only have 400 left, so that basically means that the main pot is going to be 400 and 400 to you.
1,800.
Yeah, well, it's going to be 1,300, and you have to call 400, right?
Right.
So you're
And you got
getting
overcards and a flush
overcards
draw.
and a flush draw.
Right, so you're getting, you really only need probably 2 to 1 to make that call, and he's probably getting close to 3.5 to 1.
Yeah,
With
that's a
$400
no-brainer call there.
With $400 left, I don't understand what he's doing.
Yeah. But anyways, what's Dimitri doing there?
Well, Dimitri's here to gamble.
Yeah, apparently.
He's not fooling anybody. He doesn't claim to be a professional poker player. He doesn't want to be a professional poker player. He's here to have fun. He's here to gamble.
What do you think? That one you deserve to win.
And Dimitri's going to buy in for $4,000.
And just like that, Barry is now up $5,000 or $6,000 already for the night. And everybody on 2+2, all they do is continually criticize this guy, and all he does is continually win.
Yeah.
And
Got an $80 raise here by Corporation Mike, it looks like, with the ace-jack.
Russ is going to call.
And so is Jesus with the weak ace.
but that you let me draw
I mean, if Hollywood only has $400, what's he calling with pocket eights for?
Right.
Anytime you're drawing 3 cards, I'll just call the whole way every time.
I tell you, and he's surrounded. He's flanked by 2 gorgeous women. I tell you, they should be flanking somebody else the way he's playing.
And Mike's going to bet out here.
Actually, know what I'm doing. I'm blessed by stupid.
And I just want to ask the floor here. We're sure that Russ only has those brown chips. He doesn't have a big chip hidden in there, right, in that small stack? Yeah, those are just the blue chips, Dave. That's all he has. And those green chips are $2 chips.
Oh, well, that changes everything.
Right. No, but I mean, those aren't $1,000 chips.
I
The big green ones are $1,000
You gotta be
chips.
kidding! Honestly, even if he had $3,000 or $4,000, it's not a bad call because you get 2 callers. You're
Right.
getting your 2 to 1.
Yeah. And Russ looks like he's going to make a smooth
Man.
call here.
I mean, unless you put the guy on a set
You got
and you
overs.
know your ace is no good.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Man,
So Russ makes the call. Turns a 7.
With the game, they just use mostly white than white.
And it goes check, and Mike's going to get a free card here while River's a deuce.
$20 here for the blind.
come on, Hollywood, bet it.
No, he's just going to check it down.
Man,
8s are good.
is this game getting worse or is it just me?
Well, I mean, that's fundamental. I mean, when we talk about fundamental restricted buy-in no limit play, normally what we mean is because you're playing on a short stack, where you have to watch the sizes of the raises in relation to your stack. Well, when you get on a short stack in unrestricted buy-in no limit, Dave, it's the same thing. How can you make a call with pocket 8s there for 80? I guess maybe if you're just going to evaluate it, but he played it slow on the flop anyways.
I mean, to be honest with you, the only way I get away from a hand like that is if, first of all, if my player to my left, or the player to my left in this case, who's in there, if I put him on spades also, and he actually shows me the spades.
You're talking about the ace-jack hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he puts me on spades, I go, okay, well then maybe I can throw it away.
Yeah.
Or if I'm in a tournament and I'm at a point where I don't want to get eliminated.
Joe Wynn is limped in here with pocket jacks. It looks like he's under the gun.
Well, there's been a raise almost every single flop. He's probably hoping for the limp and re-raise.
I don't think he's going to get it, though, this hand, Dave. Nope.
There you go.
5-way action limped around, which means
See
it's
what
a
happens.
$100 pot.
I'm going to show that I can.
Nice flop for jacks, though, huh?
I can make it.
9-4 deuce rainbow.
And he bets 200, double the size of the pot.
He just wants to kind of get it over with, I think.
I'll let you join the list of beating me up.
Look at this. Corporation Mike's going to call with bottom pair.
Well, hey, if he hits his 2-pair or he hits his trips,
Yeah.
I don't know if Joe will be able to put him on that hand.
He actually might win a lot of money.
Yeah.
So it's a $500 pot now to the turn. The turn's a jack, and now Joe has a set. He bets 200.
Wow, no slow play there. He didn't check it.
And Mike is now drawing dead.
Yeah, obviously we see the cards.
Yeah.
But wouldn't have that been an interesting time to maybe slow play? I mean, there's no draw.
Oh,
there.
boy, and Mike calls. Can you imagine if we see a deuce here at the end? Oh, the river's a 7. $900 pot now.
The ladies one, right? That's okay.
You got to think that Mike has got at least a 9, wouldn't you think? And Joe bets 500 now.
Joe's pretty straightforward, huh? He bets his hands.
It's a $1,400 pot. 500 for Corporation Mike to call. He's got bottom pair with the worst kicker that you can have. He has basically the next hand up from high card, right? At this point?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He had the problem with his hand here is
Every Friday we have it.
I just don't understand what he's been thinking about. I mean, there's no draw. It's 9-4 deuce rainbow. No.
He makes the call? He's going to make the call with a pair of deuces.
This is insanity.
Oh, my.
This is insanity.
Incredible. Well, why not bet it? You know, we say it was interesting, you know, why not try a check there? It's not really a coordinated board. The guy's going to call you all the way with bottom pair, worst kicker.
No, hey, forget it. Don't ever slow play here.
My
Why would you?
Goodness.
I mean, my only thinking was, hey, 9-4 deuce rainbow. When your opponent calls you, he's kind of representing, okay, he probably has a pair. There's no draw there.
Right.
So if you act like you're scared of the jack, maybe he'll try to take a shot at it.
Yeah.
I just didn't think Joe would make any money on the pot.
No, I know. It's insane.
Oh, and Sean is in the game now. Joe is getting up from the game, and Sean is taking his place.
Who raised?
And that is Sean. I want to say Sean Adiri. And he's a bluffer, too. Maybe everybody's scared because it's bluff night. I think everybody's bluffing.
We got a raise here by Barry Woods, pocket tens.
Yeah, mental note, don't bluff Mike.
And we haven't really seen any bluffs yet tonight, Dave. I mean, we really haven't.
No, Barry tried to bluff with the ace-jack, then he got there with the ace.
Right.
If you went to prison, you
So Barry's the raiser here with pocket tens.
That's,
Deuce, 6.
man, that's such a great flop for pocket tens.
He bets 300 here.
I thought we were on Comedy Central for a sec.
They probably have this.
One of the reasons that flop is so good, obviously, is because he already has 2 pair.
Right.
If you're up against somebody who has 7-6 head,
Right.
or 6-5, and they catch 2 pair, it's no good.
I think Dimitri's thinking about calling here with a backdoor club draw and overcards. Oh, not that crazy. Jesus, I'm sure he's going to get out of there.
Oh, come on, Jesus. Call me, dude. Call me.
Man, I tell you, we make fun and we criticize Jesus every once in a while. He might be one of the most solid players in this game right now.
Yeah. Quick comment here and by 2+2. CW Siggy says, is Shirley playing in the Omaha tournament? And she is. I'm sure she'll be popping in here periodically.
Yeah. I'll take a break at some point and go check her out.
Cool. We're almost there.
Back to step 1.
Look at this. There's a guy on 2+2 named Bartman387. Well, I hope you heard Dave's. He's asking about running that board 3 times. I hope you heard Dave's explanation. Just a way of decreasing the variance, right?
Right.
No change in expected value. Pocket aces for Corporation Mike here in seat 2.
Raise to 80.
He makes it 80 to go.
I cannot believe he made that call with 3 deuce.
God.
Mike's favorite hand.
One player saw a queen of
Man.
diamonds.
Sean going to call this with a 6-7 of diamonds? He's got a suited connector?
Well, Dimitri called with deuce 4 of clubs. It's an $80 roast. Yeah, and the bluffer's in the game, Dave, and this guy better take notice if he's going to play like he did last night, I got to say.
Well, he's a pretty smart player. I asked him about his strategy last night, and he said, I didn't have a strategy going in. I kind of read the table as pretty weak passive.
Yeah.
And then I took advantage of it. I think he'll realize right away that it's a different table. Wow, and if he had stayed in with 6-7 of diamonds, he would have made 2 pair. Because the board just came out 6-7-8.
Look at this. Mike checks with the overpair, and Dimitri checks right behind him.
How do you check that kind of board?
And now he's going to bet.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't believe Sean didn't call it. The 6-7 diamonds, $80.
I think the queen of diamonds was exposed.
Oh.
And when he saw another diamond exposed, he said, you know what? Forget it.
Boy. That's a rough break for him because, I mean, 6-7 of diamonds, that's actually a hand, if I'm deep, that I would like to take against a player like Mike because if I hit my hand, I know he's not going anywhere with an overpair or probably with top pair.
Yeah, the problem with, though, and I'll throw one little caveat in there, against a player like Mike.
Yeah.
Okay, if I'm calling a raise against like Amir, I know Amir's probably got ace king, aces, kings, queens, something like that, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm calling a raise against Mike, he might have 6-7 of spades.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no guarantee that I'm going to get paid off because he might not have aces.
Yeah.
He's just as likely to raise some sort of suited connector garbage hand.
Pot is limped around here. And queen 9-4, a couple hearts. Mike's got queen deuce over there in C2.
Yeah, that's because I'm like next to the button. Okay, I'll check it.
Barry, you want my hand?
You want mine?
$80.
I don't think anybody can call this.
Yeah, he's going to bet $80 here.
Sean's got second pair on the button. Let's see if he takes one off. Jesus is actually still thinking about it with ace-4. He's got bottom pair. He calls. And now Sean calls.
Wow.
And wow, Amir is going to call too with bottom pair.
Yeah. So we've got four-way action here. And quickly, again, approaching a $500 pot. The turn's a 9, and now Sean's hit trips.
Sean's got trips there, and that's kind of a sneaky one. You might be scared of a heart comes, but you're not really scared of a 9, are you?
And actually, I think that Mike checked.
Everybody checked.
Yeah,
the action's on Sean now.
You just don't get enough credit.
What should I order now?
Well, you can't check this in position, Dave. I mean, come on.
No, yeah, definitely. Especially
I think
with
he's
three
betting
callers.
only about 200. Let's see how much he's going to bet here. 260 into about a $460 pot. Boy, that's a great shot right there.
Yeah, that's really good work. That's a double shot there. Just stay right there, Ray. Perfect, Ray. Great shot. Good work there, buddy.
It looks like Mike thinks he's gonna get away from the top pair here.
Actually, I thank Isaac there. That was all Isaac.
And Sean's gonna take it down.
Take it down, Sean. Not bluffing there.
I mean, hand after hand, we've seen pot after pot, at least five. I got to say, the average pot has to be $500 tonight so far in the first hour.
Well, even more than that, we've got three $5,000 pots already. It's crazy.
9-10 of hearts.
Now, one of the things I want to get back to that calling raises. How many times have we watched this webcast, or we've seen it happen where somebody raises with like 5-4, and then you get some guy calling with deuce 6, another guy calling with 6-7, another guy calling with 8-9, and they all think, hey, if I hit my hand, I'm going to make it big. And they all have crap.
Right.
They take every major credit card.
You know, forget about the big bluff night. I want to get a vote on who's the hottest check here.
I gotta have about this much money to be able to beat
And
the
we
best
have a
player.
ticket for the restaurant for two. Whoever bluffs.
What about the Rolling Stones?
I love it.
Oh, I got it.
You make people want to bluff more to win like 100.
Mo was explaining bluff night to Sean.
Bluff for the best bluff.
Thank you, sir.
More bluff. More bluff. Or the best bluff.
Sounds good.
Pot's going to be limped around, I think, for the second time in a row. And it comes 9-9-4, and Amir's got trip 9s.
Now, where's the button?
A couple hearts out there. Barry has the button.
Okay, so Amir's first to act, and he checks.
And Dimitri bets here with a 4. He's going to bet 100.
100.
And Amir's just going to call.
Heads up, fellas. If I have that
This might be one of the greatest poker games to play in the history of poker.
Turns a deuce of diamonds.
11,000, I'll give you everything.
Amir checks his trips again, and Dimitri's going to fire again. He bets 100.
16, I'll give you one more.
Pot's been raised to 3.
And now Amir's going to check raise.
Pull out 20 G's right now. Pull out 20 G's right now. Shove it up.
That's a good deal. If I give you 16, I get 21, right?
Well, you have to fight him for his.
$300 straight now.
You may actually get on me.
And Dimitri is drawing dead as well.
He's going to forget completely about
Boy, we've seen that a lot tonight, right, on
Yeah.
the turn? People making calls when they're drawing dead. And he makes the call.
Yeah, it's kind of my mantra. Don't put money in the pot when you're drawing dead.
What if a 4 comes here? Oh, the river's a 5.
Sunday, 1,500 buy.
Barry's round on.
I want to say the pot's about $800 or $900 here. $300 bet here by Amir.
That's not a bad value bet there. Because if the guy has a 9, he might have you out-kicked. But Dimitri's not playing it like he has a 9.
He's going to muck it.
Now, what I don't understand is if you're not going to call the river $300, what are you calling the turn for?
Maybe he just thinks the guy's on a flush draw and he wants to see what happens on the river. I mean, I'm not.
Right.
I'm just
and then, okay, the
putting
flush
one
doesn't
thing
come.
out there.
Right,
Yeah.
the flush doesn't come and he still bets. So you go, oh, now he must have it.
Right.
I can I have reservations.
Got a live
for
straddle
November.
here,
I
guys.
just take it to,
Live straddle.
Got a live straddle here by Corporation Mike.
You know what's amazing about Corporation Mike is I've been praising his game recently because I really thought he started to change gears in the sense of he's playing it really fast, really gambling, but he was able to get away from hands a little better than he was, say, 6 months ago. And then he goes ahead and calls with bottom pair, no kicker.
Is that it? Live straddle?
Live straddle over here by Mike. C2.
Always on my big blind.
Well, he could beat Ace King on that hand, right? Was it Ace High? I don't remember the. Yeah, Ace King.
He could beat Ace King.
That's it.
But it was an unraised pot.
Right.
And the small blind bet.
Right.
So, I mean, it wasn't shocking that somebody might have it was 9-4 deuce and a small blind unraised pot.
Sean is going to raise here. He's got Queen Jack off suit. I think he's raising it to 100. Now, I don't think that the players in this game are familiar with Sean, Dave.
Yeah, Mo is familiar with him, but that's about it.
Well, we haven't even seen Jesus play a hand.
Yeah, only that ace-6 of diamonds that he lost to Amir's pocket kings.
Took 7th place in the Mexican poker tournament last night.
Very impressive. Now, I'm just curious. Real? Not real. What do you think?
Got a live straddle here.
Well, you mean talking about the drinks, right? Yeah, I think that these guys, they need to loosen up a little bit, so...
Yeah, let's get them
there's
cocktails.
alcohol in there.
Man, button is in seat 9. Small blind is $10. Big blind is $20. And the live straddle, which is Dimitri, that's $40. So it's $40 to play here. So Jesus is going to call with the ace-7. Mo on the button with king 9. Let's see what he does. He's going to throw it away.
I try not to.
Yeah, what the hell you doing?
Henry with ace 9 in the small blind. Let's see what happens there. He throws it away too.
You have an option.
But Henry throw away ace 9 in the small blind.
3 players here.
Henry is really playing it tight. Flop is 10 jack queen here. Dimitri's got a king 5. He's open-ended. And he's going to bet it. He bets $200. And I don't think anybody can call. Nobody does call. Dimitri takes it down.
There you go.
Thank you very much. No problem.
Ronnie's right. Antifreeze.
We have a live straddle here. This is
And we're going to straddle it up here again, Dave. I wouldn't be surprised if we just go through straddles the entire night. I mean, we're pretty deep here.
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Turn this game into a 20-40 game.
blind right now.
Look at Mo. Is he drinking like a Midori sour over there? I mean, that's what a green drink would be, right? Midori? I mean, what a foo-foo
Unless
drink.
it's a virgin. 'Cause I don't think he drinks alcohol when he plays usually. That must be like a virgin Midori sour. God, what would you even put in that to make it virgin?
I don't know. I
Oh,
mean,
awful.
Midori is usually Midori, little
Exactly.
vodka, and sour mix. You know? I don't know if there's any melon-flavored non-alcohol syrup that the bars carry.
Sickening. Like what, like club soda? And like non-alcoholic melon liqueur?
Yeah.
Well, not liqueur even. Ugh.
You just got your whole life.
Anybody talking to you, bitch?
Got an option.
And Jesus
Look at
is
the
an
girls
option.
drinking up back there. Looks like they're drinking Long Island.
Henry and I are
Let's get her more.
lovers from way back.
Oh, yeah, from way back.
Oh, there's a straight flush board out there.
Three-way action. Dimitri's got the king of clubs. And Mike's going to fire out here as a bluff. Queen, Jack 10, all clubs. Open-ended, straight flush
Mike's
draw.
got a pretty big hand. I mean, Dimitri's got a pretty big
Yeah.
hand here, king of clubs, huh?
And he's going to raise it.
I like the raise. Once again, I'm a big advocate for raising with your draws instead of just calling with your
I'm going
draws.
up now, so I'm going up in 2 weeks. And then I'm going up in November for the Ultimate Poker.
And I think Mike's going to be done with it, Dave.
It's like when
There's nothing. Mike can't do anything right tonight, huh?
I'm going in the
Wait a minute. Is he thinking about making a move on the turn?
That's all he can do.
No, I think he's going to pick his spots a little better there. And we're getting word it is a Midori sour that Mo's drinking. Yeah. I mean, this is a guy from Persia.
It's almost embarrassing.
Don't they drink a little harder than that?
I'm friends with Mo. It's almost embarrassing. Jeez. Look at him. He's eating fruit and having Midori sour. Oh, man. Where does this world come into?
I think he's actually having a little bit of ceviche cocktail, which is a specialty here at the bike. Kind of a combination of fish. It's like a fish salsa.
Sean's going to straddle now. Everybody's straddling. Sean's made it $40 to go. This is basically turned into a 20-40 game.
Yep.
With a 3-blind structure. 10, 20, and 40 of the 3 blinds.
How's it going? See you again. How you doing tonight? Not good. I'm good.
And Dimitri's going to come in. We can't quite see what Dimitri has over there. Seat 4. Now we can. He's got Queen 8 of clubs. Flop comes Ace King 7, couple of hearts.
Wow, that's a monster flop for Henry.
Yeah, West Hollywood Henry, top pair in the nut flush draw.
Same thing happened with the head last week. He flopped a set of threes. Now he ended up rivering my jack for my set.
200?
Sean's going to bet here. He's got Ace 10, Dave.
Well, he still has the best hand. I'm not sure if I want that hand, though, compared to Henry's hand.
Looks like he bet 400 here. The pot was $240,
Wow,
and Henry just calls.
Just calls.
Yeah.
I mean, smooth calls there.
So we got a $1,000 pot brewing.
I'm surprised. I mean, his hand is big enough to really make a
Maybe he's
going
to make a move here on the turn.
Maybe.
Turns to 3, no help. And Sean moves all in.
Well, you can't make a move when somebody goes all in on you.
He moves all in. Close to 1,000, so the pot's 2,000. It's about 1,000 for West Hollywood Henry to call.
And I think he's already called, hasn't he?
I don't know yet.
$1,000 to call. The pot's about 1,000.
Well, the pot's 2,000. It's 1,000 to call.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah,
so the
'cause
pot's
he's
right.
Yeah.
Pot's 2,000, 1,000 to call. He's got to know now his ace is no good. So which means he's drawing to one of 3 nines.
Unless he
one of
thinks
9.
he might be up against 2 pair as well.
Well, then if he's up against 2 pair, he's a definite laydown. If he knows that. If he thinks his 9 is good as well, then
Yeah.
might
He's
be
really
called.
not in that bad a shape because the board pairs are going to chop it up.
Exactly.
As well.
A 3, yeah, exactly. A 3, a 7.
Yeah.
All the table one side. All the table.
So he's
The
called
king
high.
actually would not chop it up.
Right.
If the 3 and a 7 pair up, though, if a 9 comes, he wins, or if a heart comes, he wins.
$2,000 pot, 1,000 for him to call.
The pot's laying him 2-1.
Yep. Wow, what a tight laydown there. Well, maybe he thought the guy had 2 pair. It was an unraised pot again, and he's firing out of the blind.
Yeah.
I had ace 9 of hearts. I laid it down for you.
Well, now that Sean turns it over, I think that Henry knows that he probably should have called.
Right, and the
at that
rabbit
point.
cam. The rabbit cam actually was a 3.
I had ace 9 of hearts. Flop came ace hard hearts.
And the rabbit cam was a 3. They would have chopped it up. Nice bet there.
Yeah.
I was beat.
Again, I mean, you look at the fundamental theory of poker. If you knew what the other guy had, if he turned his cards over, have you made the right or wrong move? And in that case, because of the pot odds, he should have called. If he knew
Yeah,
that
probably.
the guy had
I mean,
ace
off
10.
the top of my head, it's hard to figure out.
Well, with the outs to chop, I think it's a definite call.
Yeah,
Plus
well,
the
you
hearts
figure
and
you
the
got
2
12
pair.
outs to win, right? 12 outs to win, and an additional 6 outs to tie.
Yeah.
So
Action's on
with
you.
44 cards there, 18 cards that are good for you,
Let's make it
26 cards that are bad for you, and you're getting 2-1 on your money. So
not.
Or your hand's not that good.
Well, and another thing that you're going to say is that West Hollywood Henry, by playing it passively on the flop, put himself in a situation on the turn where he had to lay it down.
yeah, I mean, when Sean bet 400, had he raised it up to 1,000, he might have just taken it down right there.
Right. We have a raise here by Barry Woods for $70 with Ace Jack.
You think any chance Hearts comes out?
How many people have called here? This is crazy. I mean, Mo called with the Ace Queen. We've got everyone behind him that called. It was an $80 raise.
Well, Sean's going to lay it down.
So we have, let's see here,
6 players.
6-way action.
At $70 a pop, so $420.
420 to the flop. 10-8 deuce. Russ has got second pair.
Dimitri's open-ended.
500.
And Dimitri bets about the size of the pot here, 500 with the open-ender.
Yeah, I'm showing off.
Now I like the way that, like if Dimitri also plays his real hands
Right.
this hard.
Sets, 2 pairs,
Exactly.
stuff like that.
Well, then I like the bet.
Yeah. But if he's going to just slow play it from up front, then you kind of
obviously-
defeats
right.
the purpose of the semi-bluff.
Exactly. And
But
look
he's
at
going
that.
to take it down here regardless. No one picked up top pair, Dave.
And he takes it down.
There you go.
Look at that. And that's a bluff. That's a good semi-bluff.
It's a semi-bluff.
It's a good semi-bluff.
Yeah.
and we haven't seen much bluffing tonight.
Not at all.
But to be honest with you, you bluff at this table?
Small, big pair.
That's what they all say.
Now, we don't have an Asian girl for you, Bart. Is that okay?
I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah, maybe we can get one in the booth. Would Liz Lou do okay?
Yes. Liz Dew would do quite.
That would
quite
be
all
okay
right.
for you, huh?
I think Liz Lou is married now, though. So.
Just because I like Barry so much.
$70. Pot has been raised.
We have a raise here.
I did it
Looks
all
like by West Hollywood Henry. He's got 4-3 of clubs.
$50 for me.
And look at Dimitri calling with Queen 7 on the button.
Thank you.
So basically, you suck.
Barry's got 7-4 spades. He's going to call. And Amir's in there. So spades and clubs represented on this
I
hand.
can outdraw me whenever
But you asked me to come out.
Really?
I'm
4 players.
I'm a good rivering me. Ask her, Mike.
I know, Mike. No.
And the flop comes all hearts, of course. 3, 4, 5. So Henry's picked up bottom 2 pair. And he's the original raiser, Dave.
Yeah, Amir's open-ended here with bottom pair.
And Dimitri has the queen high flush draw.
I'm sorry, 100.
Looks like 1,000.
Dimitri's going to bet.
Now, if you're Henry here, this is not a flop.
Or,
that
excuse me,
you're-
Henry bets.
If you're Henry here, you can't love this flop. I mean,
No.
2 pairs nice, but
Yeah.
that's a scary flop.
It's got to be the worst kind of flop that I can hit 2 pair with here.
Right.
Can't really take a lot of heat.
No.
I mean, there are so many cards that come on the turn. A deuce, an ace, a 6, a 7, any heart. Maybe even a 5. You never know.
I mean, the only card you really want to see is like the king of spades.
Right, like
Queen-
a high blank. Exactly.
High black card. There you
And then
go.
if you get a high blank on the turn, you don't want it to pair up on the river because you get counterfeited.
Right.
You want to probably see king queen fall. Black king queen.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yeah. You don't usually talk about high blanks in Texas Hold'em.
Now,
More of an
okay,
Omaha
how much
thing.
did Henry bet actually?
Bet 100, I think.
100. Okay.
Pot's been raised to 300.
Dimitri folds, and Barry check raises with 7-4, makes it 300, and Henry quickly calls. The turn's at 10.
Well, that's not a bad card.
No, it's one of those blanks. And Barry looks like he's going to bet a lot here. He bets 600, and Henry quickly calls. We're looking again at about a $2,000 pot here, folks. And the river's a king. High blank, black, black. Exactly
Perfect.
what you want with the 3-4.
Look at Barry. I don't know if Barry can get
And
him
now
up
he's
hands.
going to check. And let's see if Henry puts a value bet in here. No, he's just going to check it down.
4-3, absolutely.
$2,000 pot right there.
Why would you not put a value bet on the river?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it was just a case that he thought that maybe Barry was just betting with a flush draw and an
Okay.
open-ended straight draw, and there was just no value in it at the end.
I guess. I mean, I always like a little value bet there. Big pot there. Another big pot. I mean, that was another. We're looking at another $2,200 pot.
Well, how about this? I mean, okay, West Hollywood Henry checks it down. How about making this move against Barry? How about moving all in on the river when it gets checked to you?
He might pay.
Yeah,
You know what? If
because
he had a
he
5,
played it like, because Henry might have played it like he was on a flush draw, or he was the pre-flop raiser.
right?
But we know what Barry does sometimes, with those faced with those big calls.
Well, let's say Barry has. Let me give you an example. The flop was 3, 4, 5, right?
Yeah.
What if Barry has the ace 5, right, with the ace of hearts?
Thank you.
Now, most times he'll probably lay it down, but once in a while Barry will call that off.
For me?
Especially at a table like this where everybody's paying everybody off. I'm going to put those value bets in.
Well, we
You know,
called it high black blank, high black blank. Running high black blank.
If I didn't know any better, I would think these guys are all friends, and at the end of the game, they're just going to give their money back to each other.
Right.
Like they're just
Right.
playing, but we know better. Man, they're just throwing money around.
Best friends.
So Sean now has the button.
What happened? They were here. It just flew out of my hand. You dipping it or something? No, I was just...
And I tell you, this week of No Limit Hold'em has been fantastic. I think we're going to have so many shows for the Poker Channel in England. Next week, I'm sure we'll definitely get a couple of Limit Hold'em games up.
Yeah, well, but you will not play Wednesday. If I get my wife. That's his play.
And Russ, he's just kind of been poking along all night, Dave, over there. C3.
10 or 20?
Poking around with what?
We're all at Call of the Blind.
Pot is limped around.
5 players.
5-way action.
Wow, it's only a $100 pot. Shocking.
4, 5, 6.
Well,
Rainbow.
Barry's flopped the nuts.
And he checks it. Now, if Mike... Well, actually, Mike does not have a straight draw. Now, Dimitri's going to bet here 120 with the open-ended straight draw. And if he catches a 7, it's not good.
If he catches a 2, it's not good.
Right.
Third one. Give me some action. One time.
And Barry just smooth calls, it looks like, Dave.
Well, it's a I will give it. It's a rainbow board, and he's got the absolute nuts.
Now, Russ has a gut shot, so if Russ catches the 7, they will chop it up.
Yeah.
Give me a king.
3 players.
Turns a 4.
Check it.
Barry checks again with the nut straight. And it gets checked around.
Check.
And the river is a king.
Okay, in that case, I gotta bet it.
Now Barry's going to bet.
400.
That's 400.
One day it's gonna come. I don't know when.
And everybody folds. And Barry made the minimum. He showed the straight. I don't know if he could have extracted any more value out of that. He did check the turn. I might put a bet in there on the turn from up front. You might hope someone has a 4,
Yeah.
something like that. You know?
I just wanted to count.
Yeah, it was tough for him to make a lot of money in that one, obviously.
Yeah.
I go down $18,000.
Seems like we're getting a lot of
Then I win the setup of the tournament. One day
voices on the board saying that we need to see some better close-ups of the girls around the table. We'll try to do that throughout the course of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wednesday night.
White chip game.
You were playing.
White chip, no limit. 5,100 blind.
I lose the first one.
100.
I lose
Mike, you play Wednesday, I'll play Wednesday.
Got a $100 raise here
the live game, $5,000 buy-in.
Didn't you just go there?
by Sean. He's got Queen 10.
Couple months.
Mo calls with a 9-10. Mo is dominating.
Mo, I haven't heard much from him at all. Tough for him. If you don't pick up a hand in this game, it's not like you can outplay anybody.
Over by Soto Street and hang out at Teal's Taco.
And Mo actually hits top pair, and he's going to bet. He bets 300 immediately. And Sean mucks.
Spray salt water on
That's
you.
just unlucky for Sean, you know?
Yeah,
It's just, I guess it's one of
just
those
a bad
things.
flop for him.
9 guys in great golf courses. You golf?
Yeah, I think someone else asked on the board, or we got an email regarding what is Corporation Mike's auxiliary job? Why do we call him Corporation Mike? And it's because in California we have what's called the California Games, Dave. And when you're not in an Indian casino, we have blackjack and pai gow and pan 9 here, but it's not played against the house. It's played against each other. So back in the day when it first started off, if I want to bet $50, but you only have $25, well, I can only bet $25 because that's all you have to cover. Until something called the corporation stepped in and said, okay, I'm going to cover everyone's bets. And that's who Mike works
Right.
with. And when you're inherently taking tens of millions of dollars of bets in a year and you have a 2% edge, you're going to make money.
Well, Vegas is built on that 2% edge.
Right.
Sean's flop trips.
Yep. 10 deuce deuce. And Mike bets 100. He's got top pair.
2 twos is 4. So you don't have 2 pair. Maybe I have 10
And Dimitri is going to call here with king queen. Wow.
Yes.
He's got king queen. It's not up there.
Pot has
Well,
been raised to 200.
Our technician didn't even put the hand up there.
Yeah.
She didn't think he'd be in there with it.
And Sean raises here. I think he raised the minimum. He made it 200 to go. Or 200 straight. And Mike calls. And Dimitri calls. The turn's an ace, and now Sean's filled up. Might be a little bit of an action killer. Although, Dimitri now has a straight draw, so if a jack were to fall here, if he's still in the hand, it really would be something.
And the ace of hearts is on the turn.
And look at this. Sean checks it. Oh, and the river's a queen.
Well, let's see if he induced a little bluff, or maybe he'll get paid off now in the river.
Well, it's about a $700 pot.
I mean, I think if he throws in, let's see what happens here.
If that was a jack, that would have just fit in perfect, wouldn't it, Dave?
I think, yes, look at this. He's still going to get paid off.
I think Dimitri might bet. He does. He bet 600. So now the pot's 1,300, and what do you do here for Sean? How much do you raise?
Now, are you scared at all of King Jack? I guess not. I mean, that would 10 deuce deuce board, right? Oh, he has a full
Well,
house
King Jack
anyway.
would be great.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And Sean moves all in. That's why I said a jack on the river would be great there with
Yeah.
Dimitri's hand.
You're hoping he has King Jack. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got confused. there.
Sean moves all in here.
Once again, we are live.
I mean, Dimitri can't beat the ace. It's a, well, it was 1,300. Sean calls the 600. That's 1,900 plus whatever is left. So it's probably about a $3,000 pot, I want to estimate, about 1,100 to call.
What can Dimitri beat? A 10?
8, 10 more.
Well, it's only 810, so it's about a $2,800 pot, maybe 8 or 900 to call.
1,600. Yeah, 6 inches. 1,000 more.
1,000 more.
Oh, it is 1,000 more. So I shouldn't second guess myself.
No, you got it right.
Yeah. So about a $3,000 pot, about 1,000 to call.
You know, when you call a flop a 10 deuce deuce with King Queen, you kind of deserve this.
2 bottles of water. A blank stare.
$1,000. Can he just flick in $1,000 here, Dave?
Dimitri
When-
can.
When he can't even beat the ace? I mean, look at that. He wants to roll those chips in there.
Oh, it kills him to throw a hand away. Kills him to throw this hand away.
You already have it.
I mean, he can't beat anything except a pure bluff, pretty much. Oh, man. I love players like that. I want to just give you $1,000,
I'm calling you on a queen.
just so I know what you have.
I mean, he can only beat a pure bluff. Or I guess a 10. I guess he can beat a 10.
Yeah, but Sean's not going to move all in with a 10.
No.
You know what I mean? You might smooth call with a 10. But you're not going to move all in with a 10. And I know there are people at home that are sitting there going, oh, come on, you guys know what to have. It's easy for you guys. I can guarantee you, not in a million years would I call what Dimitri has here.
Well, he sure is taking his sweet time. You're right, it just kills him to lay it down, huh?
Oh, yeah. He's a gambler, and gamblers by nature
Don't want to miss out on the action.
Yeah, they
right?
never want to miss out on that one opportunity that maybe he can catch a guy bluffing. Because that's what he's here for. He's here to bluff, and he's here to catch somebody bluffing. He doesn't need the money. You know, he's here for the thrill.
Play the ponies. He's really thinking, isn't he?
Well, this is one of those times you're just trying to he's trying to convince himself that his hand is good. I got to tell you one thing. I'm kind of hoping that Shirley gets knocked out of the tournament so I can give her a couple $1,000 and put her in this game.
Oh, there you go. Dimitri lays it down.
Huh? No, he could have queen 10, ace 10. Oh, let's stop
He
this
bet it either.
speculation. Turn the damn thing over. Or not.
He had dreams. I'll see you tomorrow
Trust me,
night.
that's not what I dream about, but close.
Thank you very much.
I'll watch you tomorrow night.
If you didn't have ace deuce, I'll leave a chip. If you didn't have ace deuce,
Deuce is
I'll
coming
leave a
in.
chip.
He has a deuce. He has a deuce.
Gentlemen, thank you all very much. Good luck to you.
Again, we are here live at the bike. We're playing 10-20 no limit hold'em. It's $1,000 minimum buy-in, unrestricted max buy-in.
It was not ready.
Is Shirley Rosario in the booth here now?
Then do some clubs, why not?
Uh-oh. It's only been 3 hours. What happened? Oh, that's too bad, Dave. Well, here's your wish come true. Here she is. You're going to put her in for a couple grand?
I would definitely put Shirley in this game. She's telling me that it was a bad luck night, that she was one of the first out of the Omaha tournament. Just wasn't going well for her.
Yeah.
She played a satellite, flopped a set, and lost to a runner flush. So maybe I shouldn't put her in this game.
Got a straddle
But
here.
I would, because I mean, I would put anybody in this game that I thought was a good poker player.
There really hasn't been a big bluff all night tonight, Dave.
You can't bluff in this game.
Oh, no, I know.
Straddle, so it's 40 to call. And Mo's going to raise it to 300. He's got pocket nines.
I mean, every Friday we have a show. I think, okay, it can't get any
I was
crazier
going to say,
than
is
this.
Jesus in the game? We haven't seen him play, and he's going to call again, Dave, all his chips off with ace rag. And we can see that Amir has one of the aces, so Mo's in really good shape. But Amir calls with the ace jack, and they're going to build a side pot here. Jesus is all in, heads up between Mo and Amir. $950 pot to the flop.
Once
7
again,
deuce deuce.
nice flop for Mo.
Now Mo has to bet this on the side, right? He has to.
Yes. It's not a tournament. You're not
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
knock out this guy in the mid-seat 5.
Yeah, and he is going to move all in, it looks like.
This game is insane. Friday nights at the bike.
Yep.
I was going to say if you're within driving distance, forget that. You can fly here and still make money.
Amir lays it down.
I have a flush draw.
And that's one of the
So-
few times where it's correct in actually betting
Right.
with a
Turns
dry
queen.
side pot, with no side pot.
River's a 5. Jesus makes a pair at the end, but it's no good.
Chihuahua, I had the best. I just kept
And
getting
again,
better.
where is the Jesus Love Tuckman hat?
I queen
I
nine.
think that thing
I
might have
personally
got
think that's
retired.
part of the reason why he's not winning tonight.
Yeah.
Tell him on TV. I had the best hand.
He's definitely lost his mojo. Somebody help him find his mojo. I wish Shirley would take my offer and play in the game. And Jesus is going to buy in again, and that's going to be his third buy-in now.
Hey, there's a shot of the brunette. Not bad.
Yeah, she's cute. She's my least favorite of the three, I got to be honest
I like her
with you.
lips. Maybe we can get a close-up.
Do you? You like her lips? You're a lip guy, huh?
Well, not really, but got to have some lips, though.
Well, I hope so. It's a nice shot there. A little too close there.
$60 raise here by Corporation Mike. 5-8 of hearts.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. If you call a raise from Mike,
Yeah,
expecting him to have aces,
right.
you are going to be sorely mistaken most of the time.
$250 pot. Jesus is rebought for 1,000 behind.
And this, everybody's hit this flop a little bit.
Yeah, 5-7-6. Mike's got a pair, open-ended straight draw.
Amir's got top pair with a gut shot. Sean's open-ended with a pair of fours.
Amir bets 200 here.
Raise.
And Mike raises it to 500.
Well, he's got bottom pair and an open-ended straight draw. And Jesus has the best hand. Let's see what he does.
Pot is about $1,000 now. It's going to be 300 for Amir to call. And he does.
Wow.
So it's
Nice semi-bluff by Mike. but-
$1,300 pot. The turn is a 6. Amir's hand is still good.
That was 3 players of the 7, huh? 2 players of the 7, sorry.
Yeah, Jesus had the best hand.
Yeah. Can't blame him for laying it down, though, huh?
Still about 15
Now, Mike has position. $1,300 pot.
Action is on Amir.
Has Amir checked here?
Amir has checked, actually.
Okay.
So the action is on Mike, and he's thinking about it.
I think he's called time.
Now, this is one of those cases now. Do you take the free card knowing that you're beat?
He's going to bet $500 to a $1,300 pot.
Or do you think maybe my opponent has clubs? I mean, there is a club draw out there as well.
Well, it's a $600 bet, actually, and Amir quickly calls. $2,500 pot to the river. And the river is a 4, and Mike makes it. And he moves all in. He makes the straight. And Amir calls. He makes the call. It was about a $700 bet all in on the river. And Mike calls, and we got a $4,000 pot that Mike takes down there with 5-8.
Well, let's give Mike credit for at least betting when he got there. I've seen too many times players, they bet when they bet semi-bluff, and they forget to bet when they get there. And we're talking about a $4,000 pot. Take it down, Corporation Mike.
And Sean had pocket 4s in the hand, Dave. Just not that he was going to have the opportunity to get there, but
he was open-ended as well.
Yeah. You know, that could have actually played out, you know, on a different table. That could play Amir bets, Mike calls.
Okay, something.
Pocket 4s calls. It might get checked around on the turn, possibly.
Without a doubt, because they all take a free card, because nobody really has that strong a hand.
And then 4s hits a full house on the end, completing everyone's straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you just get the fireworks.
Yeah.
Put it on the ticker at the bottom.
You think Sean's thinking that? All that money should be mine.
Well, I don't think that he can call a bet and a raise on the flop.
No, definitely not.
Right there.
Looks like Dimitri's going to raise.
Not quite sure what he has, but he'll show us right now. One of my favorite hands he has. The old 7-4 offsuit.
74?
That's correct. He won't let me slide with
Sean calls with a Jack-10. And flop comes 9-6-4. $200 bet there by Dimitri with the 4. Sean's going to muck.
And you think Sean quickly figured out here that this game is very different than last night's game. This is a game where you can't really make that many moves. Bluffing to take away the pot is not going to work. You've really got to show down the goods here. I mean, that last hand that Amir won, that Mike won, I mean, Amir called him down the whole way with just a top pair with a 9 kicker.
West Holly Henry's leaving the table, Dave.
Yeah, he's kind of a little bit of a hit-and-run artist. He's won, he's going home, he's done.
11 o'clock. If you want to bring it all to your house, you can.
I always tell you I'll play heads up.
Put your number in. I call you before I come. For you to be here. Just got to go to West Hollywood.
Button is in seat 4. Small blind is in seat 5. Big blind in seat 6. That's Sean. There he is.
Now we have 5-way action. Ace-4 ace. Barry's going to bet here with king high.
Yeah, best hand.
Because I know it's still better.
Barry's got nut, no pair, huh?
Fold, I'll show you. We got
If I say you hold, I show you. How's that?
No, I bet. You got a folder.
And this whole show has been kind of a highlight show, huh?
Sean makes the call with 8-9. Is he setting up a move here, Dave? We could see a bluff.
Sean is definitely capable of doing that. Now, Barry's picked up a straight draw.
Sean checks. And Barry checks behind him. Oh, the river's a queen, which means Barry's probably going to call if Sean bets here. Let's see how much he's going to bet.
I can't bluff this game, especially with you saying.
I don't know if that's going to be enough, Dave. Looks like maybe 150.
Not even close enough.
No. Barry calls.
Got a pair?
Told you I had a better hand than you.
Sean. No pair, 9 high.
Yeah.
What are you looking at? That's a better hand than you play into. Thank you.
And Barry takes down about, what was that, a $550 pot there?
Yeah.
And that's one of the smallest pots of the night, just $500.
Free blazers? No, I didn't say they were free. I don't do anything free, except that she's really good looking. But the cherry has to be out. Well, actually, then I'll
Friday night at Live at the Bike. Man, it doesn't get any better than this.
What is that? Brunette. She's making a little field goal with straws. Well, the other brunette there, seat 4. Wow, now she. Let's go back to that other shot. Oh, that was a good shot.
She's making a field goal.
Yeah, there's a field goal.
She's one of them intelligent ones, huh?
$60 raise.
Maybe we can get her to jump up and down and scream touchdown.
Ronnie, you should give this to the listener. This trick here. Okay. This is a martini glass. There is a cherry in the middle. You are allowed to move 2 moves, any stick. Except you cannot touch this one.
5-4 deuce here on the flop.
Oh, not a bad flop for Sean, huh?
But the cherry out.
If you're not going to hit a set with 3s, that's about the flop you want, huh?
Low cards, open-ended straight draw. Dimitri bets. 200. Sean quickly calls.
Now, Sean's got position on him, so he might let Dimitri bluff all the way if he wants.
Turn is a king. Now, if a 3 comes, Dimitri will actually have the best hand.
Yeah.
Sean checks.
Yes, it is possible. Check.
And Dimitri checks. And the river is a 7. Sean bets 200 here.
Now, is there any value in betting this?
I was going to say, I probably would definitely check this down.
I mean, I don't mind betting on the turn if you don't want to give your opponent a free card.
Right.
But on the river here, what can you beat? A deuce?
How much do we get if we solve this?
It's supposed to be me to solve it.
I mean, unless you think you might get called by ace high. I mean, can you get called by ace queen?
In this case, I mean, if Dimitri makes a call with ace 9 here, then it looks like a brilliant play, right?
Well, yeah, I will. I'll eat crow.
I'll do it after this.
You know how to do it?
I mean, there are times people will call down with ace queen, ace jack.
Well, if you think the guy was on a busted diamond draw,
But yeah,
you do have the ace of diamonds, which would mean, I guess, he was on a smaller diamond draw. But
right. Or a straight draw or something, or just a nothing draw. You know?
and there you do. And Tuckman eats crow. He
I
makes
eat
the
crow.
call with ace 9.
There's a value bet with pair of 3s.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, throw the book out for this game.
Okay.
What do you know?
As far as I'm concerned, you're watching this game, don't bluff, and always bet for value. Even when you think your hand might not be good, bet for value anyway.
So nothing?
Give her the cherry.
Oh.
Man,
You get the cherry.
You get tapped.
Definitely a respectful guy.
That's not many people get. Donna.
Buttons in seat 6.
I'm getting word that Dimitri just gave the girl $100. Is that a down payment for something?
Dave.
Hey, I don't know what the $100 is for. I just saw her give her $100 to him. He didn't win the pot, did he?
Henry checked out?
Button is in seat 6. That's Sean.
Dimitri raises here. He's going to
Yeah.
take it down. He has ace 9 again.
You have to. Give me the $10, baby.
Was Henry up or down? No, was Henry up or down?
Next time, you want to bring it for 50 cents. All right. Put 50 cents. I'll cover it.
Haven't heard much from Corporation Mike in the last half hour or so.
Well, he won that big pot.
Yeah, he was off to a terrible start. Won $4,000, and now
Yeah.
see what happens.
It's like Barry Woods is having a drink there, too.
He actually was going to bring me some sushi and Sapporo.
Ah.
I don't know what happened to that. I thought it would have been a great idea.
I prefer Asahi, personally.
Do you?
Which is-
See, I like Kirin Light sometimes.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I like
too, yeah.
Kirin Light and I like Sapporo. I'm not a big Asahi fan, to be honest with you. But beggars aren't choosers. I'd drink any of that.
Four-way action here. It was straddled.
So $160 pot to the flop.
Queen 9 deuce.
Check.
And
I never wish.
Sean's going to bet here.
I don't win.
He's got
Sean just
nothing.
can't help himself.
That's 150.
Well,
And
I guess that's a bluff.
yeah, that's probably the biggest bluff so far. I think Sean's in the lead.
I mean, Sean also tried to bluff earlier with the 8-9 with 9 high. Just didn't work. Once again, we are live at the bike. I'm David Tuckman, here with Bart Hansen. We're playing No Limit Hold'em. 10, 20 blinds. And this game is absolutely crazy. Oh my. Don't tell me. We lost West Hollywood Henry, and we're getting Ed. We're getting Ed Shana Zana 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 Zanazarian. There we go.
What is that, 40?
40, Mike.
This is you, Mike. You owe me. I feel a suck out.
Wow. Just when you thought the action couldn't get any better. Oh, it's not Ed. I apologize. I thought it was Ed. I got so excited. It's actually, I want to say that's Tommy.
I gotta bet that.
Bet 80.
Getting a bet out of Barry here with 7-3. He's got bottom pair. He actually has the best hand. Actually, no, I take that back. Amir has a pair of 7s also. He's got an ace kicker, though. He's got him out kicked. And it goes check, check. And to the river.
Bet 200.
Oh, I actually take that back again. Sorry. I am just fudging up everything here. Barry actually bet $200 here. And I don't see how Amir can call this, because Amir has the ace of hearts in his hand. Okay. I'm getting word, actually, that Barry checked. Amir bet the 7. And bet his 7 there. And now it's to Barry. Once again, we are live. We're unscripted, unedited, and obviously once in a while, we screw up. Barry's going to call there. River's a 5 of spades. No help to Barry. And it goes check, check. That I'm sure of. And Amir's going to win this pot with a pair of 7s and an ace kicker. Man. I don't think I could have screwed that one up anymore.
Walking down the street. This one said there are 4 behind you. This one said there are 3 behind you. This one said 2 behind you. This one said
The nature of a live webcast, obviously, once in a while we do screw up. Button is in seat 9. That's Mo. Small blind is our new player, Tommy, $10. Big blind is Corporation Mike. And we got a chip count here. Barry Woods, wow. Up to $10,600. He only bought it for 5, so he's up $5,600. Corporation Mike's got about 4,000 there, 3,600. After a bad start, he's bat. Amir, he's down a couple thousand already, and he's only got 1,250 in front of him. West Hollywood Henry has taken his 5,500 and left, and he's replaced by Tommy. And we'll get his chip count up there in a second or two. Gets limped around, 4-way action, $80 pot to the flop.
you are one track mind, my friend. One track mind.
Ace, Jack, Deuce, Rainbow. Barry's flop top pair. Not much of a kicker there. But Sean's going to bet it. He's got Queen 8. He's got nothing. Pure stone cold bluff here.
You said that. I said no.
I'm trying to think maybe the second time.
Say it again. I'm going to say no.
Yes, the 69.
I thought maybe Sean would adjust his game and not bluff as much as he did the other night. But apparently not. He's a bluffer at heart. And Barry actually raised it up another 100 there, and he's going to take it down.
Lying. Oh, he's lying. Have you ever seen a man lying? This is the one.
Oh, see, that's so easy.
Got a new player in seat 1, Tommy. We're going to get his chip count in a second.
What you said imaginary is good. It's a good guess.
Nice battle.
Tommy actually bought in for $1,500. Seat 1 there. I thought it was Ed Bart, but it's actually not Ed. It's actually Tommy. We get a straddled pot here. It's and Amir raised it to 140. Dimitri calls. We got a $300 pot to the flop. Flop is Jack 10-5, 2 clubs, and it goes check, check. Turn is a 6 of diamonds. Dimitri's going to check again. And Amir's going to throw a little bet in there.
I had a pair and a straight draw. Open-ended, you know.
I had a straight draw.
Low end.
I had locked into it.
No call there. $300 bet by Amir on the turn. And Dimitri lays it down. And Amir takes down the pot, about a $300 pot.
At least I'm not going to get my deuces anymore.
Yeah, I just took a quick little break there, and I thought it was Ed that was coming in there, but apparently our hopes were dashed.
Got so excited he had to pee, huh?
Finally got my camera phone in there.
We have a new setup here.
I finally got my new camera phone.
I tell you, there are some nights where a lot of the players take a long time to make their decisions.
Right.
And Dimitri did take that really long time folding that king-queen before. But short of that, everybody else is pretty much, raising or calling raises really quick.
Look at what Mo's wearing. He's going with the... well, we can go to that, too.
Look what Mo is wearing. Wow.
Yeah. Mo's going with the Bart look.
The Bart
I
look.
don't usually tuck it in.
There it is. The Bart look.
Yep.
You should patent it. Do you ever roll up your sleeves and put, cigarettes or something on your shoulder?
The James Dean look?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just roll up your sleeves and have, the 80s look, You were doing something, and they were trying to get it on camera, but everybody missed. Button is in seat 2. That's Corporation Mike. Looks like everybody's playing this pot. Nope, finally Mo throws his hand away.
Make it 80.
Mike's raising it up with 5 deuce of clubs.
Yep, he's made it 80 to go.
Is that for Mike? Only me, man. Nothing. Mike, honestly. Button raised.
And it looks like Jesus. Is Jesus going to call here with 9-3 suited?
60 more.
I think he's got the best hand.
Barry calls with a 6-8 offsuit. Amir's in there with 6-3 of diamonds.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, a lot of low cards here.
You think you're calling a raise going, oh, well, if I hit my hand, I'm going to win a big pot. Meanwhile, they all have the same crap.
Flop comes 5.
Wow.
Jack 4.
What a flop for Amir.
Open-ended straight flush draw.
She says this.
Mike's going to bet. Mike's going to bet $340. Now, I want to say that's about the size of the pot, Dave. So the pot's about 700 or 800 now. And let's see what Amir does. Is he going to check raise?
Oh, he's got to push. Come on, guy. You got a huge hand here. Come on.
Especially if Barry calls in between with the gut shot.
This time, if you have ace jack of diamonds, just call.
No, I don't confirm that.
Oh, I thought
I got a diamond and a straight draw. You want me in there?
And Barry mucks. Let's see what Amir does.
At least I like
He's going to move all in, Dave.
Nice play by Amir.
that she can say
I don't know
all in
what's
over
going
the
to
top.
happen, but he's got to make this play.
And Mike's got middle pair. Can he get away from it?
I mean, he's got the best hand right now. But obviously for Amir, a 7, a 6,
And how much is the all in here? How
a
much more?
deuce, or a diamond.
Okay, all management are not allowed in here. Then I gotta go off.
And I think Mike might actually be playing the player here, and he mucks. Amir really hasn't mixed it up all that much.
Great play by Amir. Takes down a $700 pot without having to hit his hands.
Well, he certainly has a big draw.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't consider that a bluff.
No. Hands like that are pretty strong.
Yeah, the horrible night on Wednesday. You did, didn't you?
This time I didn't want you to draw.
Yeah, you're having a tough time. Now I had it. Until the 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
So seat 3 has the button.
I know.
Pocket queens here for seat 6.
120.
Guys, let
And,
you know. Let you guys know.
Sean actually limped in under the
he
gun
limped
with
in
queens.
And
Hoping-
Barry raised.
Yeah, hoping for the limp re-raise, and he's going to get his opportunity.
Barry raised it up to 120 with king 3 suited in second position.
So what?
We haven't really heard much from Russ all night. Let's see what Sean does.
Allows this conversation.
Well, it's heads up here.
Remember, he did the limp re-raise 3 times last night, not necessarily with good hands. And Barry was watching last night, too. And he just smooth calls. Barry was watching the webcast, so I was wondering
Wow.
if he would do the limp re-raise. Uh-oh, top pair against a set.
Now, Barry doesn't have much of a kicker,
Sean checks,
but it's heads up.
and Barry bets 220,
I don't
about the
know.
size of the pot.
They're doing the same thing to me. I don't know. Whoa.
Let's see if Sean plays it a little fast here. And he does.
He's gonna
makes a
check
nice
raise.
I like the raise here.
He's made it 600, and you know, we've seen Barry call all the way with a hand like king 3.
Well, he's got top pair. You know, and also he watched Sean last night. If he watched the webcast last night, he knows that Sean is capable of bluffing.
Well, that's why I thought if Sean pulled the limp re-raise. I mean, Barry doesn't really have much,
Yeah.
but
Well, if you know that Barry's going to hit top pair and you're going to hit a set, no need to limp re-raise, huh?
it's a check raise here. And yeah, Barry is privy to what Sean did last night on the show.
And they're both pretty deep. I know, well, Barry's got well over $10,000. I think Sean's got about $2,500, $3,000.
All right, go ahead.
I know.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So it's 600 straight here.
I can look at Barry there. Look at Sean there. He looks pretty relaxed.
He's going to re-raise.
I asked her a
Oh,
question.
wow.
She said,
He's
yeah,
going to
no.
re-raise. He makes it 600 more.
It's all in. Say yes.
And Sean moves all in. And now Barry's going to be put to the test. He's going to really be put to the test. Can he call? Can he make one of those Barry Woods-esque
Well, we've
calls
got to find out how much more money it is.
with king 3?
And he's almost drawing. I mean, he's drawing really, really slim.
Well, there's the money in there. So 600 more on top of the check raise, 1,200 from that, just the check raise and the call. I think Sean's got about 2,000 more.
So the pot is $4,800.
Yeah.
Just figure that out. The pot's about
Yeah.
$4,800, $1,800 to call. Actually, almost $2,000 to call.
Right.
$4,800, $2,000 to call.
Yeah, there you go. You see, you lose. 2-1.
And I think Barry might lay it down.
You guys want to know what we were talking
Wow,
about?
good lay down. Good lay down.
Yes, definitely a good laydown. Wow. And the turn would have been a 5 of diamonds, which actually would have shown that Barry was drawing dead after the turn.
Well, you know, the only thing that can be said there, Dave, is maybe Barry doesn't make the lay down with ace king.
When are we gonna win in hand?
Oh, I don't think he does.
Yeah.
When are we gonna win in hand?
Or even with something like
King
Jack.
Jack. Yeah. I don't think he does make that laydown. King 3, though, there's just not much he can beat for. You know, and I think he thought maybe Sean could be making a move on him.
Right.
So he said, okay, I'll fire $600 more, see if he's for real. And then when he re-raised all in, he goes, okay, he's obviously for real. Let me get away from this.
Well, he didn't put himself in a spot. He actually tried to get information. He did, and he used it, and he folded.
Right.
As opposed to just calling all the way.
Expensive information, huh?
Raise 120.
Button is going to raise here. Dimitri's got ace 5. He makes it 120 to go.
It's almost customary here for whoever has the button
Yeah.
to make a nice $90 or $100 raise. I mean, I got to tell you, I'd be doing an early position. I'd be doing a lot of limping with hopes of re-raising with big hands.
So three-way action. Jack, deuce, 10, couple hearts.
Yeah, Dimitri's has ace 5. We don't have it up there yet, but we'll get it in a second.
Turns a deuce.
Scott.
Dimitri still has the best hand. See, why bet on the button, and when everybody checks to you, why would you check it? Why not take a shot at it? Especially a board of Jack 10 deuce. I mean, 2 hearts.
At 460.
And Mike is going to bet 460. Barry's got king 8. And Mike is just making a stone cold bluff.
Yeah, he obviously 4-3. He can't think that 4 high is the best hand.
Barry gets rid of it.
Nice bluff by Mike. He takes it down. And that's a $300 pot we're talking about here. I mean, it was a $100 raise by Dimitri. Why you wouldn't follow through with that, I don't understand.
Yeah. Okay. No, no.
Big line.
Yeah, why? Never, huh?
Button is in seat 5. And that's Jesus there. Small blind is Sean, $10. Big blind is Barry Woods, $20.
Sorry, baby. I'm really sorry.
Pocket jacks.
Let's gamble now.
And Tommy raised it up. I think, did he raise it up to 100?
Yeah.
To 100 against 2 callers.
Yeah.
So we got a $300 pot, actually about a $330 pot to the flop.
And here it comes. Queen 9-5. Couple clubs. It gives Mike the nut flush draw.
Well, and the only guy with nothing, Dimitri's the one who bets.
Yep, he bets 200. Tommy's going to check call. Let's see what Mike does.
Raise.
He's going to check raise with the draw.
Oh, I love the play. Love the play by Mike here. Now, he does not have the best hand, but once again, instead of calling with the draw, he raises with the draw. And there's a good chance that he gets Tommy to lay down his jack.
He makes it 600
And he
more.
does.
And yeah,
Great
Tommy
play.
lays it down. And Mike takes it down.
You can't give anybody credit. You can't necessarily give the guy credit the top pair there. And it made it even easier for Tommy to make the laydown because Dimitri was the better. He called, and Mike still did the raise.
Right.
Strong play.
I'm away.
And what makes Mike dangerous sometimes, he'll make that move with his semi-bluffs, and he'll also make that move with a bluff, and he'll also make that move when he has a set. Now, if he would just stop calling with bottom pair, no kicker, he'd do okay.
Mike limps in here. And Dimitri's going to raise.
Raise 150.
Makes it 150. Pocket sixes.
Jesus is in there with Queen 9 of diamonds.
All right. This could be it.
At 7.
Yep. Pocket sixes against Queen 9. Deuce 3-4.
Nice flop for sixes, huh?
And Dimitri looked like he checked it.
Yeah, I think he's looking for the old check raise here, don't you
And
think?
Jesus check right behind him. Turn is a 7.
Jesus is getting cagey, isn't he?
500.
And now Dimitri bets 500. And Jesus mucks the Queen 9. Face up, Dimitri shows him his cards and takes it down.
That's for the 50 cents.
So we're going to take a look at a chip count here.
Yeah, Barry is still kicking some ass there with 10,600. He lost about 1,200 to Sean there,
Yep.
but still up over 5,000 for the night. Corporation Mike is probably down a couple thousand on the night, maybe even 3. Made a nice play the last one there.
And how much is Dimitri down for the night?
Dimitri's actually not doing that bad.
Yeah?
Nah. The guys who are getting really killed, Jesus is down about 4,000
Yeah.
so far.
500.
But Barry is by far the big winner.
Right now, yes.
Yeah. 5-way action limped around.
Again, it seems like it's a reoccurring theme.
Yeah.
Barry is the big winner.
King, Queen, Jack.
Bid 150.
And Dimitri is going to bet here with gut shot to the 10.
One of our big winners also is obviously out of the game, which was
Right.
West Hollywood Henry.
And Barry looks like he raises with King 9 to 300, and Dimitri quickly calls. The turn is a 6.
And what is Dimitri calling?
I don't
with?
know.
I mean, this is what I was talking about with Dimitri. It's like he's not calling to set up a bluff. I'm telling you that right now.
Check on the turn, and the river is a 5.
Well, maybe he is.
And he's going to bet.
What do I know?
He bets 300. That's not going to be enough. Look at this. Barry's going to raise him. He's going to raise him.
Wow.
Just like to wait for me to
I mean, I would think with King 9, all you can really do is call. But he's
I mean,
raising.
maybe if you get a guy like Dimitri who'll call you off with a queen or a jack.
Like I said, I mean, your guess is as good as mine on what these guys are thinking half the time.
Well, what can he do here? He's got a pair. He picked a pair of 6s up. So he picked a pair of 6s up, Dave. I didn't see that on the turn.
Yeah. And this pot is what, about 1,500?
Yeah. He raised it up. I believe it was another.
Another 600, right?
Yeah. Another 500.
Yeah, you're quiet. That's something.
This is another time you can only beat a bluff. You can only beat a busted
Yeah.
draw.
And again, a value raise. I mean, it's almost like any time with top pair. If you're having this much difficulty trying to get away from a pair of 6s. I mean, I just took it for granted that Barry was just going to smooth call. Well, he's going to get away from it. But
Yeah.
but it's still, it used some of his mind power up there, Dave.
Yeah, the theme of this night has got to be, has to be, don't take anything for granted.
Right.
We've seen it all. Man, Friday night at the bike. It's crazy.
They give it to me. I don't know. I'm thinking of just.
Got to give credit to our technical staff. Got a huge technical staff that works on these shows, and they do a wonderful job.
Light ladder.
Hey, George.
Okay,
Wish
guys.
me luck.
Sit on my lap.
Hey, Ronnie. Oh, you don't have to have to. Dana, tell them I'm calling every hand because I'm on tilt. All right? Right.
We got 4-way action here. Straddled pot. And here comes the flop. 9-8-3. Couple of diamonds.
Well, nobody has anything, but that's not going to stop anybody.
Has Dimitri played every hand pre-flop so far?
Pretty much. I told you, I said, I mean, Dimitri is literally like action in a bottle.
The turn is a 9. And
Well, that makes Dimitri's hand stronger, obviously.
Bid 150.
bets with the king high.
Can you sense the sarcasm in my voice?
Sterling 600.
And Jesus has moved all in with ace high here, Dave. He's moved all in with ace high.
Well, hey, he's got the best hand. I mean, he's got Dimitri dominated.
Yeah.
And that's a bluff there.
He shows it. I mean, Jesus probably thought he was bluffing, but Dimitri had nothing. And look at the rabbit cam's a king on the river.
Yeah, I got to say, even though Jesus had the best hand there, I'm going to say that's a bluff.
Absolutely.
I mean, somebody can tell me I'm wrong. I know
Yeah.
he has the best hand, but that's only because we know it. Does he know he has the best hand? I don't know.
So we've seen bluffs by Sean and Jesus tonight, right?
Sean and Jesus have been the Sean's. He's bluffed 3 or 4 times,
Yeah.
but that was the first bluff really. I mean, Sean had a couple of bluffs that didn't work also.
Right.
Button is in seat 9. That's Mo. He is just quiet as all can be here, huh?
Hey, how's it going, big guy?
All right.
Are we having fun
I got to tell you, one thing about putting a girl next to Hollywood Russ, he doesn't play a hand the whole night.
Yeah, his attention is somewhat diverted.
You think? I got to tell you, if I'm playing for this many stakes, I mean, I always like a hot babe behind me, preferably my wife. But if
Preferably.
Not me.
Preferably your wife.
yeah, but while I'm playing poker, especially high stakes poker, I really want to be focused on the game. You know, if I'm playing a $200 buy-in game, sure.
Well, Dimitri fires in here again with bottom pair, and Sean's got top 2, and he's going to raise him. And Dimitri is on mega tilt now. I mean, he would have to spike a queen or a deuce here.
Well, he's got 5 outs.
Sean raised it
yeah.
to 600.
Off the top of my head, I mean, I'm looking at it. It's about an 80-20. Sean's about 80% here to win the hand.
It's only at $50. How much was the bet here on the flop? Dimitri bet. He bet 80, and Sean raised it up to 600 to go.
What are you thinking about?
I don't know.
Man. I mean, he's just making our job so much harder. We got to, like, fill in this dead space.
Right.
Dimitri, what are you doing here? Man. I tell you, people are giving money away here. Don't walk, run here. Get on a plane and get here. Now, I'd like to say that Dimitri's acting, but I really think he's thinking about this.
I mean, he's got maybe, what, 1,500 left there?
Yeah, he's got a pair, though.
I know.
Bart,
I know.
It's not an easy laydown.
Let's lay down. I don't know.
Man.
You got 600 bucks if you don't want to lay down. If you have something you would not bet 600, I bet with you.
Tell you, you gotta like wonder.
And I'm not, like I said, I'm not usually not a proponent of slow playing, but if you're in position against Dimitri, if you have a hand like top 2, I guess it was kind of coordinated. You just keep letting him fire into you.
I agree.
I mean, he just keeps laying hands down. I mean, I don't necessarily know how many of those hands have been shown down to these players.
No, obviously
Yeah.
they're not privy to what we are.
No. Got another straddle.
Live straddle.
And now Dimitri, in the straddle spot, picks up ace-queen, which is just like, you know,
that's gold.
top premium hand for him.
That's gold.
Yeah. Although, you know, if you do have a few limpers, I mean, it's not outrageous to raise this up.
Not
here.
at all. No,
Yeah.
for anybody. I mean, it's a good hand for anybody, especially in a straddled pot like this. I would raise it as well. But for Dimitri, this is aces.
I think Russ is going to try to raise here, even though he's only got king 9. He's reaching for chips. Look at this. He's going to move all in, and Dimitri immediately re-raises, it looks like. He makes it 600
Not
to
a
go.
good sign. Hollywood Russ is already shaking his head.
Well, that's a good re-raise, obviously, if you want to isolate Russ.
Yeah, and Mike's not. Mike's going to get away from his king 10, I assume, and he does.
Yeah.
And there's a king dead already, so
Yeah.
Dimitri's way ahead.
And Russ just picked the wrong spot. And Russ wanted to run it multiple times. 7 deuce 4 here.
Dimitri's
on the
not
flop.
here to do that. Dimitri's here to gamble.
Yeah.
Run it more than once. Why would I do that? Gamble less?
3 times you are running.
Oh, they're going to run the turn and river 3 times. I don't know why, Dave, but they are.
Wow.
Turns a 10.
I can only guess, Dimitri's doing Russ a favor.
Oh, Dimitri wins the first one. Dimitri wins the second one.
One more time. Oh, you can put it down.
And Dimitri wins the third one.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well done. Good job there, Hollywood. Oh, look at
And
that.
look at the girl,
Look at the
really
girl.
on.
Clap.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh, God. And Hollywood is leaving.
He's out of here.
Yeah, Showtime, not. Okay.
Yes, he left. Too big.
We haven't heard an email from our little Jesus groupie out there in internet land. Maybe she's not watching. Of course, you can always email us at liveatthebike.com, or you can follow a live thread that started on the internet by going to 2plus2.com, click on forums, World Poker Tour and other televised tournaments, the Live at the Bike official thread for
Next time he's gonna have
October 7th.
Close. Not in 6-8. It's freeway up north.
And it looks like we are heads up here. Jesus against Corporation Mike. Mike has a pair of nines.
All in.
And Mike's going to move all in here. He's moving all in with 9-3 on this flop.
And how,
Best hand right now. I don't want you to
and how much is in the pot?
Not much, $40, I think.
$40.
Yeah.
Well, there's actually 300 in the pot. Okay.
I don't think so. Was there a raise pre-flop?
Mike, you wonder why people suck at
Wow, and the turn would have been a 9, and the river would have been a 3.
Yeah.
Maybe Mike knew what was
Maybe he
coming.
did. I couldn't tell there if there was a raise pre-flop or what.
Because this game's pretty fast-paced, and we're having trouble keeping up with the bets. I do
Yeah.
apologize for that. Once again, we are live here, unscripted, unedited.
I never have a problem with that. Yeah. No one would.
So it does create difficulty sometimes in keeping up with the bets. We're doing our best, though.
Yes. And Mike's going to raise it up again.
He's got a real hand here.
Yeah, Queen Jack of clubs. He makes it 70 to go.
No kidding?
50.
All in.
And I think he's going to take
Yeah,
it.
I don't think Barry's going to call with 9-4.
Haven't heard anything about from Tommy, huh? Seat 1.
Not really.
There's our player there, Tommy.
Looks like he ate some cioppino there, and well, he's got
Small.
Is he wearing long sleeves? Oh no, excuse me.
I'll even put the cards on the board for you. 2,000 behind 9. That's your business. I can only tell. I can't.
Ace Jack of hearts here. We haven't really heard from Mo either.
I mean, tough to play in a game like this, isn't it? You really you have to get the goods.
Mo raises.
You got to get big hands, and you got to flop. You know, the flop has to coordinate with him as well. It's not like you're going to bluff anybody or outplay anybody.
And Jesus calls. We can see one card. He's got the 8 of clubs.
And it's not even like you can see flops for cheap. I mean,
7-8 of clubs. So Jesus has a suited connector.
okay.
And Mo's hit top pair here.
Ball check.
And Mo is going to... I think Mo bet here on the turn. I think Mo was trying to bet the flop, and I'm not exactly sure.
I think
what
it's pretty
happened.
academic. Mo won the pot.
Small blind, big blind.
And what is George? I mean, we got the Greek poker
Yeah,
guy,
Greek-
George,
Greek
coming in this
poker.
game. What's he going to do in this game? What's he just going to just
do that.
fold, 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 fold?
Crosses the line.
Yeah, it's a bet actually. Even if you check,
There he is.
Trips down. A little nervous, George?
Perfect timing there. Perfect timing by our cameraman, huh? Is that just great?
Yes. You may.
Oh, man.
This seat is not giving me anything.
And I think Jesus is moving to seat 1.
Really?
Or is he
Never
getting
s-
up?
We've never seen him in a non-seat 5.
George is going.
George, C5 is going to move to C1.
Well, limped around here, 5-handed, $100 pot. Flop is king, king, 3. Couple of spades.
Sean has a pair of 3s in seat 6.
Wait for the music to stop yet.
So he's got the goods, huh?
And he bets.
70.
$70 bet.
How about 3,000?
All right.
Mike calls with the ace high, it looks like. Turns a 7. Look like that. Mike spikes the best hand. Sean continues to bet.
80.
And Mike's going to check raise, it looks like.
180.
Check raises to 180. And Sean quickly calls.
Yeah, I think Mike was going to make that play whether he
Yeah.
hit a 7 or not, though.
And the river's a 6.
Mike's got the nuts now. Well,
Mike bets 200 and Sean calls. Mike takes it down there with the ace 7.
yeah.
So we got a player calling with deuce 3. Wow. Second time tonight, Dave.
Well, I think Mike was going to make that play whether he hit his 7 or not, and I think
Right.
Sean knew that.
Right.
He just happened to get lucky and hit a 7. And obviously, when I say Mike has the nuts there, obviously not the nuts. But
Right.
as far as that hand's concerned, he has the nuts.
Right.
Hey, if you have any questions for us or comments or whatever, please email us at live@thebike.com. Or if you want to follow a live thread, you can go to 2plus2.com. Go to forums, go to World Poker Tour or other events, and click on the Live at the Bike thread for October 7th.
Live straddle here by Mike. And he's got ace 10, Dave, and I have a feeling that he might raise it out of the store. Oh, Jesus is going to raise. He's going to move all in.
He's got king, queen, spades here. He's got a pretty decent hand.
650. But if you're going to take this heads up with all 5 cards running, you actually want an ace. And Mike calls with ace 10 like it was nothing.
Like it was nothing. I mean,
ace 10 off suit, he calls.
I mean, these guys are like, it's almost like they're playing like a small little $20 buy-in tournament, and these are tournament chips, the way they're throwing them around.
Well, here we go. We're going to see all 5 cards. King, 6, deuce. Jesus has outflopped Mike.
Yeah, Barry's
oh, look
not
at
in
this.
hand.
The turn's an ace. And the river's a 7, and Mike's going to take it down. See if Jesus rebuys.
And Jesus is down about 4,000 now.
Where do they get the money?
Oh, it just grows in their backyard. They have
Grows
these
on
money
trees?
trees, yeah.
Look at that bankroll.
And it's rare that I actually see Jesus taking out cash. It always seems to have chips in his pocket.
Yeah.
And he buys in for another $1,000. And he's probably the big loser for the night, but nobody's really down that much. I mean, we got a couple of guys down 2,000, another guy down 3,000, him down 4,000.
No, sir. I called.
Man. Mo's been telling me that this game is getting in such demand. There are so many players that want to play in this game that it's like there's a waiting list for it. Mo is thinking of selling a seat for $300.
And Jesus is going to raise to 100. He's 1,000 behind. He's got ace 10 off suit. He's got the hand that Mike just broke him with last hand.
And look at this. Hollywood Russ has gone broke. So Dina said, I'm going behind these guys. They have some money.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go behind Barry. And Barry calls with queen 6 offsuit, and he outflops Jesus. He called $100 with queen 6.
Like it was nothing.
And Barry bets 220. Who is in position here? Barry is in position, so Jesus checked the flop.
Jesus checked him.
Well, yeah, if I was one of those girls, I'd go behind the guy with the most chips, right? Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Just like life. Life is like a poker table.
The rich get richer. Sean's asking her to smell his shirt.
Smell his shirt.
Well, he's got something green coming out of his pocket.
Here, smell my finger.
I mean, what was that? What has he got in there? Like some rosemary or something? I think that is like rosemary.
He's carrying rosemary around?
That's what it looks like to me.
11 pounds.
And it is. It's rosemary.
If I get arrested, go to jail, I don't have to come and waste money.
Wow. I like rosemary on my lamb chops, but
Then raise it.
in my shirt pocket, I don't know.
Mike is going to raise to 200 out of the. Looks like he's in the blind with 7-8 suited. He's trying to pick up the limpers.
Mike raised or raises? Just me. Just you?
He's in the small blind.
We split it actually. He said, I'll go half if you raise.
I go half if everybody calls.
Jesus is playing with the button. I guess it's better than playing with himself.
So that's a reasonable raise.
Barry looks like he's got, what, Jack 9 offsuit there he's thinking about calling? I mean, this is just, there's no rhyme or reason for it.
No, I mean, there's really.
Oh, no, all of a sudden.
This is just pure gamble. Just gamble up.
What's going on?
Is Mo having another Midori Sour back there?
Wow, cut him off. Mike picks up the limpers there. Picks up about $100.
That's frog juice.
Did you get that yourself, or did someone order it for you?
Right now we've got our Poker October tournament going on at the Bicycle Casino. Today's tournament was actually an Omaha high-low tournament, $300 buy-in. Our own Shirley Rosario played in it, but did not fare very well. Said she just could not buy a pot.
A likely story.
And tomorrow's tournament actually will be 4:15 p.m. start, and it's I want to say a $200 buy-in, or no, $300 buy-in multi-rebuy tournament with a nice guarantee.
5 players.
Wow, we've got a 5-way action. I think a couple people limped in with the intention of raising Corporation Mike. Mo's got pocket 9s and ace-king suited for Sean. And Sean's picked up a big flop.
Yeah.
Couple spades. Got checked around. The turn's an 8.
Well, I think, is Mike still in the lead here? With No, Mo.
Mo's got pocket 9s. And now a $200 bet there by Sean, and Mo calls.
Well, there's only one overcard to his 9, so.
Dimitri lays down a pair, lays down Jack 4.
Oh, my God. Call the presses.
And the river is an 8.
That's not going to do it. I think Mo's going to call him down.
How much was the bet there? Only $300 there on the river.
The only thing is that Sean is kind of representing the 8 here. Because he bet when the turn came out, as if he was betting an 8. Mo said, well, your 8's no good. I've got 9s. Now the river pairs the 8. It's just one less hand that Mo can beat. Mo can pretty much only beat a busted spade draw or 7.
And did Mo call? Mo made the call. And he's going to take it down. Wow. Oh, yet another bluff there by Sean. Small bluffs.
Not a bad deal.
Still got another about, I want to say 40 minutes left for tonight for Bluff Night at the bike. And no clear-cut winner yet, huh?
No.
I put a 500 myself. I put a 500, 200 on the turn.
I put like 2 blue chips.
I put a 500 myself.
Man, I tell you, if we send this show to England for the Poker Channel,
150.
they're going to think all Americans are just idiots. They're going to think that we can't play. I think all of England, all the poker players in England will move here.
Mo raises here to 150.
He's got a real hand.
And Corporation Mike calls King 9 of spades. Mo's got ace king of clubs.
Mo plays it so ABC now, doesn't he, in this game?
Dimitri calls with a 4-5 offsuit. I just wonder if a king comes, can Mike get away from it with king 9?
He's begging for calls.
And Sean's in there.
Okay.
Deuce 5.
Well, how much more? 150?
130 more.
Dave, looks like we're going to have 6-way action here. Well, let's see what Amir does.
That's about all you
Amir's going to call with Jack 6 of diamonds? Wow.
All that fuel.
Look at a $900 pot. Now, let's see what Mo does if he doesn't hit an ace or a king. Can he fire $1,000 in?
bet on the flop.
Yes.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, well, he's got club draw.
We got fireworks here. Dimitri's got 2 pair.
Yep.
Sean has got top pair with a straight draw.
And look at this. Dimitri bets $3,000.
And Barry's got the nut straight.
Wow, $3,000 bet here by Dimitri. Barry's got a straight. And Mo's got clubs and overcards.
Oh, my.
Oh, this is a fireworks hand.
Yeah, turn off your internet game and watch this one, folks.
Okay. Well, I gotta call
Even Amir's got open-ended here.
Is Barry just gonna call? Well,
Nah, okay, yeah, raise it. What is that? 3,000? Make it 6,000.
yeah, he is gonna raise. He's gonna raise it to $6,000 here. $6,000.
So we're talking about $6,000 and $9,000. We're talking about a $10,000 pot.
Right.
$6,000 to call.
And look at Mo with the ace king of clubs.
Oh, wow.
You almost got to put Barry on a straight or a set here.
No, I mean, you guys...
Yeah, definitely. He's got to know that obviously his overcards are garbage.
Yeah.
He's just drawing to the nut flush.
Sounds that make sure it's not 2100. It's 3000 is the bet. No, I mean,
More there.
3,000?
I don't know
still
why you're
waiting for the call, so that's it.
right, but why you're looking at me.
Oh, I think they're saying that Barry said that he first said that call, Dave. He said call, and they're calling it. They're making him call. I think I heard that in the beginning.
They said it was a string raise. I guess.
String raise. And now, if you're Mo, 7,000 in the pot, 3,000 to call. He's got ace king of clubs.
The problem is, though, you know that if you don't hit it on the turn, Barry's going to move all in on the turn. You know if you don't hit it on the turn, Barry's moving in.
Yep.
Wow.
Now your overs, and that's the other thing too. Your overs are not good.
He knows that.
Yeah.
There's no way. He against Dimitri, he moves all in.
Yeah.
And Dimitri might have broken him. But with Barry having, Barry doing that, it's very obvious.
So it's a $7,000 pot, 3,000 to call. Barry wanted to raise, so there's some information for you.
Now, how much does Mo have?
About 4,000, Dave, I
Mo
think.
does have 4,000, so he's looking at it going, okay, I got to put 4. Basically, I'm going to go all in. There's no way he's going to call 3,000. He's going to move all in. He gets 2 callers, so he is getting the 2 to 1.
Because you know that Dimitri's going to call. So that's what he's got to figure, yeah.
Well, that scary thing for him is if somebody has a set here, he knows he's getting 2 to 1 to make his flush, which is pretty good. The problem is if somebody has a set and they have redraws.
Right. And Dimitri does have redraws with 2 pair as well.
Right. Wow.
But the redraws don't hurt his clubs, though, because there's 2 clubs on the board. So, that's what goes through your head. If you say Dimitri's got 5-4, well, none of the clubs are necessarily dead with that.
Yeah, I think he's dismissed Dimitri. I think he's just looking at Barry and thinking Barry's got either 6-7 or Barry's got like a set of 5s.
$7,000 pot.
Do you call this with only
if you make
you only have 9 outs?
If you push 4,000 in there, that means that the pot's going to jump up to 11. Dimitri calls the extra 1,000 that you have,
and so does Barry.
And Barry calls. So you put in
13,000.
13,000. You're pushing 4,000 to win
13.
Yeah,
win 9, really, actually.
Yeah, basically to win 9. So 2.5.
Getting a little more than 2 to 1.
Yeah.
Do you call that? Do you want to gamble or not?
Well, the thing, though, is like you said, the redraws. I think you probably fold because you might put somebody on a set or 2 pair here. Or your hand might not be good if you get there.
The straight doesn't hurt you at all. You don't care about the straight because you figure you need a club anyway. The problem is, as you hit a club and the board pairs, you could lose anyway.
Dimitri bet 3,000 into a $950 pot.
I got to be honest. Obviously it's a big overbet, and it's one of those times where you go, you're only going to get called when you're beat, and this is it. You only get called when you get beat.
Right.
He could have gotten the same information by betting 1,000, probably, right? I definitely like him betting with top 2 pair, though.
Yeah, so Mo would shove 4,000 in here to win 9. That's the equation.
So he's getting a little more than 2 to 1.
He's going to get out of there, though, and I think it's the right laydown. Obviously, Dimitri's going to shove the rest in. Let's see how much more it is. How much more does he got? Is that another, say, 3,000? Or does he have another green chip there, too? Let's see the turn. There's a 5! Dimitri hits a full house! Oh! And the river's a jack, and Mo would have made the flush, but Dimitri made a full house on the turn.
Oh, my. I'm sorry. I didn't mean...
Oh!
We blew out the speakers there. Wow.
And look at the girl clap in the background. Yay!
Oh. See, somebody's got to teach this girl. Don't clap, okay?
Oh, God.
She loves it because she's probably going to get $500 for this.
Oh, my.
And Mo would have gotten there and still lost.
Well, that's just one of the reasons why you don't call.
Exactly. You get there and it's still no good. Wow.
Wow. And let's do some pot calculation. If he shoved in for another 4,000 there, it's about I want to say,
$15,000 pot.
Well, if it's 7,080 total.
No, then plus 4,000 and 4,000.
Right.
We're talking over $15,000 pot.
More like 16 or 17, I think. One of the big pots. Live at the bite there. He hits a 5.
Oh, my God. Wow, highlight reel. Dimitri takes down a 15 or 16 or maybe $17,000 pot from Barry Woods. And there we go. Oh, man.
And Mo's going through some of the, Mo's telling everyone at the table that he had ace king of clubs, and I didn't call. And I think he just tipped on a $100, well, $100 chip there. He tips Brian like $40 or $60. No, $30. I couldn't tell.
And is Barry leaving?
I feel for you there. I didn't wish that upon you.
Oh,
That was brutal.
I know that blonde chick is like the plague. Jeez, man, she is like the cooler. God, I see her behind me, I'm gonna like run away. Jesus, cold as ice.
Yeah, I think Barry's going to head out tonight.
No, he's back in there.
No, I know, but isn't he?
No, he's reaching in for his pocket
Oh,
for
okay.
more. I mean, he was actually having a great night. He was up 5,000 for the night.
Well, how much did he actually lose in the hand? Well, the $3,000 bet, and then if he had another $4,000, he lost like
about 8,000.
8,000 in the hand. Wow. And Dimitri quickly turns into the big winner for the night.
You think?
For the night, he turns into the huge winner.
And he was taking a bath before that hand.
Yeah. Wow,
Well,
that's amazing.
There's a good lesson for poker. Put your money in with the worst of it, and just hope. Well, it's good for the game when when Dimitri wins a big pot like that. It's always good for the game. And look at this, Dimitri is sucked out on Jesus.
Yeah. Ace 10 deuce, all diamonds.
Jesus does have the queen of diamonds.
Yep. And Jesus moves all in, it looks like here.
Yeah. Tough call for Dimitri, I gotta say. I mean, well,
with no diamond, ace 3? Yeah, that's a tough call. Kidding me?
Yeah, well, it's a tough call for most people. I don't know if Dimitri gets away from this, does he?
Well, he just won the hand. Maybe he feels like he's gonna get away from it.
Well, there you go. Jesus had outs. I mean, he had 2 queens and obviously 9 diamonds. Take it down, hey Zeus. Man, what a hand, huh?
I don't lie. You can catch me lying on anything.
Amazing.
A flop straight, flop 2 pair, and flop the nut flush draw.
Right.
Man.
Absolutely incredible.
See? You said you were 30 years old. 30 years old.
Okay, I'm going to make an announcement to the whole world. Been married 6 times, 6 divorces.
So we're going to get a chip count as soon as possible.
6 divorces.
And we know Dimitri's up over 16 or 15,000 now.
Yep.
No more wedding for me.
I mean, he was in for how much, Dave, at the beginning of the show with the rebuys?
And I left them for money.
How many rebuys had Dimitri done, Dave?
Dimitri only did, he only actually did 1 rebuy.
So he was in for what? Like
He lost about 3,000.
Okay.
And then he bought in for another 3,000 or so,
So
4,000.
he's
And then
probably-
he started coming back.
So he's probably up close to 10 grand.
Oh, yeah, he's having a good night. He actually, I watched him the other night, 2 nights ago, he actually won a freeze-out tournament, a $1,000 freeze-out, and won 7,000 in that one.
And Barry's moving all in here. Oh, excuse me. He's going to bet 120. Got word he was all in, but he's got 5,000 behind, Dave.
I have to pay, baby.
And Dimitri is going to call with 6-5 here.
Barry's had a lot of good nights here, so he
Yeah.
can afford a bad night once in a while.
Turns a 4, and there's the straight for Dimitri. But Barry doesn't have anything. And Dimitri looks like he's betting 1,000. He's going to flick those $1,000 chips in there, Dave. Like they're little $1 Cokes.
And look at her. She's like so into Dimitri now, it's ridiculous. She is so into Dimitri now.
If you have one that Dimitri, you shouldn't have called.
Rabbit Cam showed an inconsequential 3.
Did I run away? Did I leave? Who do I owe it to? You? How much? I gave you 100. She said 20, I said 100.
Looks like we got pocket 7s here for seat 7.
I said all that? Mom, something wrong here.
Pocket sevens for seat 7. Barry Woods.
If they make you mad, please don't take it on us, man. You don't have to raise any bucks just because they make you mad. It's not our fault, man.
No,
And
I knew I was playing with short
Dimitri's
stacks.
going to raise, of course.
I never should
He's going to have to
raise
show us his cards. He's got them out there on the table.
60.
No, but
Got
you
king
understand
10.
what I did?
And look at this. Barry's going to come over the top of him with pocket sevens.
300.
And can Dimitri call with the king 10 offsuit? Why not, right? Quickly calls.
Now let me ask you
And is
this.
Jesus in there with jack 8 for 300 as well? Oh, Jesus did not call. Okay. So we're heads up. Sevens against king 10.
Give me my cards back.
Well, he's got an open-ended straight draw there, Dave. 8-9 jack. And Barry's going to lead right into it. He bets 800.
Watch
little-
Dimitri go all in here.
Little over the size of the pot.
The girl's trying to say something to me. He's like, give me a second.
$800 bet here into a $600 pot. 1,400, 800 to call. Yeah, move all in, right? Go for the top. Obviously, if you knew what Barry had pocket sevens.
He's also got overcards. I mean,
Yeah.
he's in good shape here. Obviously, the 10 is no good. 10 gives Barry a
Yeah,
straight.
Barry has the gut shot there to the 10.
No. Go ahead,
Yeah, Dimitri's one of the nicest guys.
Look at this. He's going into his green chips there, Dave.
Hey,
And look at that. He's going to come over the top for the tune of about 4,000.
that'll put Barry all in again.
4,000 over the top. That's going to put Barry, like you said, it puts Barry all in.
Again. I don't think Barry can call
Can,
this.
can you imagine if Barry calls here?
Barry can't call this.
Wow. Oh, my.
Barry, don't call me Greenstein Woods, cannot call this. There's no way.
Wait, we've said it before, though.
What can he beat? I mean, he can only beat like a flush draw. But if a guy's got overcards with a flush draw, you know, you're pretty much even money anyway.
You can tell me now before I
Well, it's pretty much even
I
right
tell you
now.
what I have. Would you believe me?
Yeah, a king, a queen.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Actually, to be honest with you, Barry's actually a pretty big favorite here, to be honest with you, because Dimitri needs either a 7, a queen, or a king, right? Well, the 7, there's only 2 7s left.
Oh, yeah, I see,
I
yeah.
got you at the flop.
And there's only, obviously, 4 queens,
Right.
so that's 6 outs.
And the 10 is no good.
And
Yeah.
3 kings.
Yeah.
So there's only actually 10 outs, which makes it a little bit better than a flush draw.
Right.
Only a little bit better than a flush draw.
No.
Barry's actually ahead
I
here.
have no pair at all.
Look at this. He's telling me he has no pair.
You have no pair. You
So
got
you
10
got-
queen.
You gotta think then.
You got 7 10.
I have no pair.
Well, Barry's shocked by those, that he might have 7 10 or queen 10.
Well, and like you said, if he has flush cards and flush draw and overcards, you know.
Dimitri's like taunting him, like he wants a call.
That's too much information.
You already got 800 of mine here.
Oh, 1,100.
Whatever. Shut the fuck up.
I was in there for 800 already, so the pot is like what? Maybe
I was just telling you out.
14, 5,400?
Yeah.
5,400 with and 4,000 to call?
That's right.
About 1 to 1, a little over 1 to 1. And he's going to get rid of it.
King 10, not queen 10. King 10. King 10.
I had a pair.
And he shows it, Dave. I think he showed the king 10.
Yeah.
He gave you all that information. And bits and pieces. He said he's gonna gamble with you. And he
Wow.
said he's gonna show his cards. And he said
Wow.
no. Here's the thing.
What a night. We are live at the bike. I'm David Tuckman here with Bart Hansen, and we are playing No Limit Hold'em.
He told the truth.
Gambler style. Blinds are $10 and $20, but that seems to make a little difference of the pot sizes.
So where did that rate on the Bart Gasm scale, Dave, there, the 4 or 5?
The two of us saw that 5, and the speakers almost blew out.
Raised to 100.
And seat number 1 there, we haven't heard anything from him. Tommy's going to make it 100 to go. He's got pocket 10s.
Hey, you won't have him.
Actually, that's Jesus. Jesus moved over in there.
Yeah, Tommy left.
Yeah.
You got actually.
Tommy actually took Russ Hollywood's seat in seat 3.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, sir. It's 500.
And seat 4, he's going to re-raise there Dimitri with the ace-king. He makes it. And Jesus moves over the top all in. And you got to think Dimitri's going to call with the ace-king. Of
course.
And he does call. And
And
they're going to gamble it up once more.
another $2,000 pot, like it was nothing.
I think Jesus might have 8 or 9, so it might be a little bit less than that. I think it's about 1,600 total.
1,600 all
Yeah.
apart? Okay.
Yeah. We're going to got classic race. Hey, where can you race off for pure cash like this?
$1,600.
This is not a tournament.
He doesn't want to show.
Jesus is ahead right now.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to show.
No help there for Dimitri. Still no help there for Dimitri.
Jesus.
Dimitri's going to need an ace or a king.
Needs to dodge it. And the river's a 5. And Jesus takes it down.
Well, Jesus wins a pot there. That's good for the game.
We have $100.
Like this game needs help.
Yeah.
You have 5 of those.
I have.
Yeah.
What's that new blackjack do?
Surrender anytime you want. He has 20 of those.
I mean, these guys throw around money like it's Monopoly money.
Yep.
Live straddle. Live straddle. Dimitri, you have more than 20.
Wow. And look at the chip count here. Dimitri with $24,000.
Wow.
He's up about, I want to say, about 17 on the night now. Corporation Mike up to 6,400. He's about even, actually, now.
But
Mo doing well. Mo's up to 4,000. He's up a couple thousand. Barry there, he's bought him for 3,800. He's actually down about 7 now
This is secret.
for the night.
Tell them Dimitri's playing
George,
secret. See if they can play.
if I didn't see his name there, I wouldn't even know he was in the game.
Seriously, it's
Can't do that, though, sir.
They, you know, it's like
Dimitri.
Taking over the broadcast.
Option.
let's see if they can play secret.
All right, Dimitri doesn't want to show his hand this time. We'll let him do it this one hand. So he can play his hand in mystery. Well, he's going to show it anyways, Dave.
When you know when you want hand.
Ace 5 9.
I'll do
I mean, it's not like we're going to tell what he's going to have, Dave. I mean, we can't say calculate what he's going to have. He's playing everything. He's got Deuce 5 this time.
There's no way to figure out what he has.
Yeah. And he's going to bet 300. He had a pair, and he takes it down.
I wanted to see if they can do it.
Okay, Dimitri, you can do it one time.
Oh, I'm allowed one time?
You got it one time. There we go.
Does he know that we're expecting tips, though?
Yeah. So we're going to play Dimitri's hand in the dark. Not that we're going to, like I said, not we're going to tell, but we can tell that C-Date Amir has pocket aces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
George, ever since you got to the table, you
I am going with her for a second, if you don't mind.
Did Dimitri
Okay?
muck the hand?
All right.
Dimitri, not more than 5 minutes.
It
takes him 5 seconds.
I think
Sean
Dimitri's,
is
he's
raised
going
to-
away with the girl.
Before he gets back.
Oh, God. Sean raised here, and it looks like Amir just smooth called with the aces.
Who is that chick?
Corporation Mike is in there. It's
I'm sorry.
7-5.
Shit, what a hoe. What? I'm sorry, look at her walking away with the guy who wins the money. Jeez.
10-8-4.
He's Sean has got a double gutter here.
Yeah.
200.
A 5 or a 9 gives him a straight.
Can he see it, though? It gets checked to Amir, and he bets. He did not re-raise the flop, or pre-flop.
Yeah, and Mike is still in there with 5-7. He doesn't have much here. But I think Sean does see it.
Well, he's going to call. It is 2 spades out there. Turns a king.
King's no help. And I guess Sean is first to act here.
Looks like he's going to bet.
6.
He's going to bet 600. Now, if you played aces in this manner, Dave, you have no information.
No, you,
Yeah.
you have no idea. Does this guy have this? Did he make
Yeah.
2 pair or what?
Did he make king 10 here? Did he make king 8 here? He did raise pre-flop.
The way Amir plays, though, I mean, it's almost why not just move in here?
Well, he's kind of short here, too.
Now that's too big a bet, obviously, to call it a blocker bet, huh? Or stop bet. The pot was only 600. And if you're going to make a blocker bet, you want to bet more like 200.
Right. I think Amir's going to take your advice and move all in. Let's see how much more it is.
And now it's the question: is Sean? That's just a mathematical problem. Is Sean committed?
It's another 1130.
Looks like it's 1,100 more, Dave.
And
which
the
would
pot
mean
is
the
what?
pot's probably like 2,700, 1,100 to call, I'm going to say.
So he's getting like 2.5 to 1.
With one card to come.
One card to come in. Obviously, he knows 7 high is no good.
Yeah. He also might get there, and there's a slight chance it might not be good if it's a spade.
Yeah, if this guy has got like ace,
Yeah.
king of spades per se.
Yeah. I just don't think he has it. He's got he doesn't have the right odds to do this.
Yeah, 2.5 to 1, and he's only got what 8 outs at the most, maybe
Yeah.
only 6 outs. And obviously do the math in your head real quick, and you probably need more than 2.5 to 1 to call. And I think that's what he's figuring out. This is also one of those cases where you can play the player. It's really clear Amir's is not bluffing.
Well, we haven't seen Amir play all night.
Yeah.
Can't these guys do the math like I can do it in my head, Dave? Come on, bing, bang, boom. Let's go. Let's get it going.
Yeah, I mean, because even in the end, actually, even if Amir is bluffing, you know, you still only have 7 high. You're bluffed. I can't beat your bluff.
But he's going to make he makes the call.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to make the call. Wow.
And this pot is what, about 3,800, you want to say?
Now it is, yeah. 35 to 4,000.
And he needs a 9 or a 5.
He's asking if he wants to make a deal. And Amir said, no, I want to gamble.
Gamble, gamble, gamble.
Amir's in pretty good shape here, and the river's an ace. And Amir's going to take it down. I got to tell you, I don't know. I mean, if Sean was trying to it looked like he was trying to do the odds out in his head. Whatever equation he was using, he got it wrong.
Yeah. Maybe we should, you know, we'll award the bluff. Maybe we'll give up a slide rule, you know? Or a little calculator.
Yeah, a little calculator, Sean.
You know, we can take a cue. Maybe you can phone a friend next
time. So, of course,
time.
we got a couple comments on 2+2 about that big hand, and some people saying, shouldn't Mo have called with the getting 2.5 to 1 for the nut flush? Then someone saying it should have been even a quicker muck. I don't think Mo can call because of, at that point, Dave, you're really looking at it at a pure flush draw, and you have to reduce your odds because it still might not be good. Because of the possibility of 2 pair
of the
is
redraw,
set.
You mean the redraw,
right. Yeah.
Right. Well, you
can't factor in that. Oh, my ace and my king are good, so I have 15 outs now. That goes out the window at that point. When
so you're looking at it, you go, I got 9 outs, and then there's possible redraws.
Right.
So instead of being, let's say, 33, 34% of the time he's going to win that, goes down to probably 28% of the time he's going to win that. You know, and it's almost about that, because he's getting a little bit over 2 to 1. I mean, if he had called, I wouldn't have hammered him, to be honest with you.
Seat 6 is going to bet here.
That's Sean bluffing again with pair 7s. Mo's going to raise him up.
He's got top pair. And Sean quickly folds.
And look, that's Sean playing the player there.
It's kind of like a thing where, Dave, it's like, okay, I have pocket 8s.
Right.
And my opponent turns over his card, and he's got ace-king by mistake. And he puts me all in for $5,000. Well, I guess I should call, right? Because of the math, because I'm a slight favorite.
In a cash game, you should.
In a cash game. But I mean, depending on my bankroll implications, it becomes actually a bit of a thing added to the equation. Do I want to commit all of that money to a small edge like that?
Of course. And in a game like this, I think Mo was looking at it going, there's easier money to be made than a place where I have to get one, you know what I mean?
What if Mo thinks he's got a 70% edge in this game? Does he want to commit $4,000 to a 1% edge? You know what I mean?
Or even where it's even money, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
And in a game like this, there's easy money to be made.
Yeah.
And Barry, what bad luck there. You flop the nuts. You get the guy with 9 outs to fold, right? But the guy with 4 outs beats you. Actually, the funniest thing is they both beat him. The guy with 9 outs catches it, and the guy with 4 outs catches it. Man, what a night.
Look at this. We're getting instant hand odds here from that hand, Dave. Obviously, Barry was 51%. If Mo stayed in, he was 30.34%.
That's right. I said 29%.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Dimitri was about 18.5%.
Right. So since he was getting a little bit more than 2 to 1, he could have called, but like you said, why take a small edge in a game like this? Thank you, Deep Down Truth. Appreciate that.
Look at this. We got a raise here by Mike, and seat 6 Sean has pulled the limp re-raise once again, this time with pocket 10s. And Mike calls with king-queen. So the limp re-raise there by Sean, I believe. Is he in the big block? No, I think it... I can't tell if someone's...
Actually, Dimitri is up, so he's in the big blind.
Okay. So he did raise out of the blind.
And now he's moving all in.
He's check raised. He checked to Mike. Mike bet 1,000, and Sean quickly called. And there you go. He induced the bluff. Mike used Mike's aggression against him. Mike put him all in on the flop.
Yeah, and
quickly
Sean
called.
doubles up there.
Yeah.
Sean only had about, I want to say, 900 left or so.
Yeah.
Sean really called up a lot of his chips on that double gutter that missed.
Now, the other thing, though, Dave, about when we go through these odds, isn't it correct? Well, it's correct if you can see what everybody has. But those odds go down for Mo if you put somebody on a set.
Right.
It's different.
Yeah, he can't tell. He doesn't know exactly what Barry has. He knows Barry's either got a set or a straight, probably.
Right.
He's dying because sitting next to
Like you said, you're not scared of the straight. I mean, I might go so far as to say if Mo knew what everyone had, he might have called because of what was out there.
Exactly. Well, you
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you.
Oh,
Yeah.
how dirty he is.
But
No, your mind
when you
is
add that
right.
set possibility in there, like let's say,
Your mind is dirty.
I was going to say, if you're up against two pair in a set, that actually even changes things more because there's less cards for someone to
Yeah.
hit a full house
And in
with.
that case, it was 4,000 against 4,000 to win 9,000.
Right.
You
Pretty
know.
damn close, right?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah.
Getting 2.25 to 1 on your
Right.
money.
Corporation Mike raised to 90 with ace jack of
Dimitri's got
spades.
ace king of hearts though.
And look at that. He made it 600. He re-raised. Tommy got squeezed in between. He had pocket nines. He called Mike. And a $600 re-raise. These are the types of hands that Mike might go all in with the ace jack, Dave. I've seen it done before. I mean, it's Dimitri.
If you're Tommy, how do you play this though?
Tommy gets out of there. And we've got
Tommy's got no money. Why
Yeah.
not Tommy go in?
Well, and we've got a big heads-up match here between Mike and Dimitri.
Pot's already $1,400.
Yep. What are they doing here?
They're checking it down.
Really? Well, what a huge flop for Dimitri.
Wow. Tommy would have hit a set of nines.
Flashes.
And he would have made a full house on the river.
And Dimitri would have made a flush.
Yeah.
Oh, Tommy's looking at it like, oh my, I would have made a lot of money.
But what if you're Tommy here? Aren't you pissed that these guys are going to check it down through the hand? I mean, Mike raises, I call. Now Dimitri re-raises, Mike calls, and now I fold, and now we're going to check it down.
Yeah,
That's BS,
It
right?
is BS, but
Yeah.
in the end of it all, when you get a player like Dimitri in the game, you don't want to upset him. You don't want him to leave.
Right.
You want him in this game. I'm actually going as far as saying if your bankroll allows it, wouldn't you buy into this game for $10,000, $12,000, maybe even $15,000 or $20,000 to cover Dimitri?
Yeah.
Then Dimitri raises, hope he has aces, and you can call with small pairs. And if you get lucky, suddenly you're $20,000 richer.
Dimitri raises. He makes it 300 to go. He's got queen jack off suit.
Maybe we should extend this show another hour.
I just thought, it was interesting that girl was clapping. Obviously, I guess she's probably not in tune to poker that well.
She doesn't care. I mean, Dimitri threw her $100, and as long as Dimitri's going to keep tipping her, what does she care? Please. I don't know. Dimitri gave her $100, then the two of them went outside. What happened, I have no idea.
He chose the queen jack off suit. Look at George now.
Man.
Break 50 cents.
Goes from bluff night to hoe night.
Put the 50 cents from your pocket. We are giving you a big tip. Give me $10 here. Jesus.
I think our assistant Donna is going to kill me. I think she brought in these girls.
You have a point there.
But hey, that's what I'm here for it, though. I got to tell the honest truth, What about that girl behind Amir? I haven't seen her for like 2 hours. Is she still there? Oh, there she is. Okay, I didn't even know she was still there. She's probably disappointed she's sitting behind Amir. She's not getting any tips.
Pocket queens there for Sean in seat 6. It's George, excuse me, in seat 5. He bets. He's going to raise. Makes it 140 to go.
Man. This is one of those things where you play the player. George races, get the heck out.
Yeah, I was going to say, how is he ever going to get paid in this game? I mean, he almost just needs to sit there and wait. to trap, I guess, Dimitri, right? I mean, something like that.
He's in
It's
a
just-
great spot. I mean, he's Dimitri's
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
You know, so if Dimitri ever raises, he can isolate him by re-raising. And you know Dimitri's probably going to call him off.
And Dimitri steps down a bit, Dave. 22,800. I guess a
Uh-oh.
lot of people are getting a kick out of where Dimitri may have went with that girl.
Yeah, I don't
in
know.
that break.
You were talking about her lips. He's giving her money. Hey. Yeah, they go out to smoke. Hey, I'm not a genius, but you do the math. 2 plus 2 is what?
Pocket queens here on the button. Gonna make it 200 to go.
You want to impress that woman.
And it's not my turn. Yeah, but this
Queens
is my
again, huh?
Yep. For Amir.
Amir's picked up some big hands, huh? Queens, kings.
Mike's gonna call with the suited connector.
I mean, we're talking, it's not like you're calling 20. You're calling $200.
Barry's gonna call with pocket sixes. Well, 10-4-4. You wonder if Barry might get into a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah, that's a real nice flop for queens. You kind of hope somebody has a 10 here.
He's going to bet 500 here, Dave, about a little under the size of the pot. Is Barry going to get in trouble?
See,
Played
against
it pretty tight.
Yeah, against most players, he might get in trouble, but against Amir, you can't give him any action.
How come you're guessing?
If you go broke against a player like George, or against a player like Amir, you have nobody but to blame but yourself, you know?
Right.
That's the answer. I know.
I mean, if you, like Barry lost his money to Dimitri. If you lose your money to Dimitri or Jesus or Mike Corporation Mike, hey, you know what? Sometimes they can get tricky. It's hard to put them on a hand.
You are absolutely
Right.
wrong with what you
But don't,
guess.
God, don't lose any money to George or Amir.
Because I asked, have you ever slept with two guys?
And I respect George's game. I really do. Great poker guy there in seat 5.
I wanted to see what she was
He's a solid
saying.
player,
Leave
and he
it
does
alone.
get paid off a lot.
I think Dimitri just asked the girl if she's ever slept with two guys.
I'm a dirty old
Oh,
man.
two girls. Excuse me. No, that makes.
Old man.
Oh, I mean big boy.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should turn the table mic up here, huh?
In my dream, in my dream. In my dream, you're right.
It's one of the few times I'm actually advocating that, huh?
In my dream.
Big boy, little boy. Este vato, este güey agarró al del otro de los
I think Tommy raised here to 200.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Wow. I tell you, if you can only catch one show a week of Live at the Bike, Friday night seems to be the show, huh? Man, between that and Whale Night, the money just flies around.
Tommy takes it down.
And obviously, we have our Whale Night every Wednesday.
Why can't we get Dimitri on Whale Night? We need to change Whale Night to an unrestricted game, Dave. Get
Yeah.
the blinds up there. None of this restricted
Exactly, exactly. Take the training wheels
crap.
off.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, it's still. I got to be honest with you. I think it's kind of a dumb game. To be honest with you.
I mean, I know it's
Yeah.
entertaining still, but
Yeah.
yeah. Well, to me, if you're playing restricted buying game, it generally should be a beginner's game, restricted buying game.
Right.
Once you get accustomed with that, and once your bankroll gets up to the point where you can take your training wheels off and play a real poker game.
Right. Looks like Jesus moved all in here. No look. He actually has Queen Jack.
And I don't mean to demean a low restricted buying game, because I play it
I did
myself.
not look either. I swear
But-
to God I did not.
It's not no limit in its true form.
So Jesus moved in blind here with Queen Jack, and Dimitri called 6-9.
You want to do it? Okay, I check.
And Dimitri has live cards. I think Dimitri is all in, right? I mean, Jesus is all in, right? Oh, Jesus has chips. Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember, he doubled up, actually.
Oh, okay.
Doubled up on Dimitri
So
last
he
time.
raised no look, and he actually picked up top pair. He raised.
Dimitri's got a 9-6. He's got backdoor heart draw here. And obviously a pair draw. And he calls. He just calls. Is he setting up a play? No, he checks again. And now Jesus is going to bet like 600. 800. Sorry. And Dimitri throws it away.
He's out of there.
And Jesus takes down another big pot there. That was about an $800 pot.
black chip.
Okay, small blind, big blind.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, they give me all these big ones. I don't like these big.
Yeah, I know.
Give them to me.
Sorry. That's a market.
Looks like Corporation Mike limped from the cutoff.
Unfortunately, our night tonight is actually coming to a close pretty soon.
Check 3 players.
This is one of those nights where I'd love to extend it an hour. Wish we could.
Mike is flop trip queens. And Mike does not bet. Now Mike fills up.
Is he going to check again now?
Bring me small. Just bring them 1,000. Bring me 1,000.
Man, Mike has just got this board just killed. Nobody can have anything because he has everything.
Check.
You know George isn't going to bet. He's just kind of hoping Dimitri bets.
Now Mike bets.
Yeah. And he can't get called.
Takes it down. So this is going to be our last hand of the night, David. This was pretty entertaining night tonight. And obviously you can join us every Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 o'clock Pacific time for Live at the Bike, which means we'll be on Monday of next week, Dave.
Yeah.
You can also check us out in the UK on Sky Satellite 265, the poker channel, the LA poker scene,
Yeah.
where the weather's hot and the action is scorching.
Scorching. And I promise my blog, I've written a couple. Should be updated.
It just hasn't been up
Today
there
or
yet.
tomorrow, I promise. Just check it out at liveatthebike.com. Under the Gun with David Tuckman.
No.
Jesus raised here with Ace King. He made it 100 to go, and Dimitri's call with a Deuce 5 offsuit.
No, I did look. No, I know, but before.
And I think that should be actually a saying about us now. Politically incorrect. Live at the Bike.
Que se pongan los pantalones apretados. 4 players.
We got four-way action. $400 pot to end the night. And Jesus has hit top pair here with the Ace King.
I love when Jesus wins pots.
Well, Dimitri has a pair.
Bet 200.
See if he's feeling lucky. Jesus bets 200. Oh, seat 4 has bet 200. Excuse me, Dimitri. Did Jesus check the flop? Jesus checked the flop.
500.
And he's going to check raise it, Dave. He makes it 500 more. And he has some chips now.
And Jesus plays it pretty straightforward, you know. When he gets his hands, he bets them.
Well, he check raised
Yeah.
the flop. Dimitri has a pair of 5s.
Maybe Dimitri should ask the hoe behind him. What should I do?
Hello.
No 4.
He's on the phone. His hand is dead.
Jesus is going to need to get off the phone here, or his hand is going to be dead.
His hand is not dead? Okay.
Wow, look at this. Dimitri calls. Oh, boy, if we see a 5 or a deuce here, Dave. Oh, that turns a 6. Jesus moves all in.
5,
Let's see how much it is.
10, 12, 13, 1360.
1360.
I can't see how Dimitri can call
Dave, the
this.
pot now is like 2,800. 1360 to call.
You're not allowed to be on the cell phone if your hand is not dead. It doesn't mean anything.
Apriétale al verde.
The law doesn't mean anything.
Gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, I mean, he got all the
And Dimitri's complaining about this hand not being dead because his cell phone rang. But let's be honest though. In the end of it all, you know, Dimitri's got bottom pair here. He has no business being in the pot.
I have an ace.
The ace was the king? with the king. Last time I asked you what's your kicker, you said to me queen, and you showed pocket queens.
But last time I lied.
So right now you have ace king. That's what you have.
Yes, sir.
He asked him, and he said he had ace king.
You will see that hand on TV.
No, I want to see the life.
What do you have?
I have a king. But I don't know what's the kicker.
Look at the amount of chips Dimitri has there, Dave. It's incredible.
Show me the king.
Have we seen anybody play with 25,000 on the table before?
When you pay, I show.
The night Barry and Kenna went at it. How many did Barry have?
Hey, you said
You
you
have
don't
all my
fly.
friends' money.
There you go.
Your friends.
Dimitri asked him to show it. Show me your king.
He told me he's my friend. I don't know. That's what he
Jesus and
told
I
me.
are buds.
Who's this Jesus guy they keep talking about?
Hey.
I don't know, they call him Jesus for some reason. I don't understand that.
Let me tell
His
you
name is
something.
clearly
I was
Jesus.
gay, but too much competition. I quit.
Now you're bi, so you can date anybody.
This is the last hand of the night, folks. And we're waiting on Dimitri. Will he call? Will he fold? Jesus is all in.
And we've determined the winner of the bluff night as well, Dave?
Regardless of this hand. Oh, bluff night.
Yeah. I think it's going to be Sean, right?
Yeah,
C6.
I think the votes come in and everything. I think definitely Sean.
Yeah. Hasn't been a big bluff, but he's done a
Number of
myriad of small bluffs.
Exactly.
Try using that word.
Jesus did use did bluff once, but I think Sean did about 4 or 5.
If I was playing at the table, I'd be a little bit frustrated. I mean, especially if I go back and watch the archives and see what Dimitri has.
I mean, you must think he has what does this guy have? Like, does he have? He must have king queen or something.
Boy, those are big loopy earrings. We're getting word that the clock has started. It's got 1 minute to make.
We
its
put a
decision.
clock on him. Sometimes when a player takes too long, we can put a clock on him.
He makes the call, Dave. Oh, and Jesus is going to dodge a card, and he dodges it. Wow! And Jesus quickly moves up. Oh, what a way to end the night!
What a way! And that was a $3,500 pot?
Yeah. So we are going to present the autographed basketball and dinner and Ron Rosebook to Sean
For a
right
winner
now.
of Bluff Night,
We were
yes.
going to do it on the show, but we're running a little bit over because of how long some of the decisions Dimitri took. So please join us again.
Man, how do you describe this night, huh?
Yeah, I mean, incredible.
Yes.
Action flying, chips moving around. Dimitri plus Jesus plus running bad Hollywood Russ.
Equals good night of Live at the
Equals
Bike.
good night at Live at the Bike. So anyways, everyone please join us next week for another exciting week of Live at the Bike on Monday. For everyone here in the booth and for David Tuckman, I'm Bart Hansen. Good night, everybody, from Live at the Bike.
It's here. It's big. And it's closer than you think. It's not a tournament. It's what you don't see on TV. The cash is real. The stakes are high. They bet big. They win big. They lose big. High stakes live action poker. Live at the Bike. Watch it live on the web or play it if you dare at the Bicycle Casino right here in Los Angeles.